You are connected as the host. Welcome, host. You are now in the host room and can manage your callers from the call-in studio web interface.
most days of the week. And he'll be there schooling some ignorant creep or catch him on a gaming whim. But this ain't a game to him. You could be a Bradley's baddie too. You could be a Bradley's baddie too. So join Jovan and get your critical cap on. 'Cause there's a Bradley's baddie inside of me and you.
Hi-ho. Hey guys, how are we? How are we? How's everybody doing? Welcome to debates. Hi. My name is Jovan, and we're here to debate. So if you're watching the stream, hit the like button on YouTube. If you're watching the stream, share this to your favorite MAGA. And then ask yourselves why you have a favorite MAGA. Like, that's kind of weird, ain't it? That you got a favorite MAGA? Wonder if I can... Kinda? Oh, you know what? I kind of like that. Like the slight green on the face. It is weird to have a favorite clown at the circus. Y'all know clowns are racist, right? Did y'all know that about clowns? Yeah. So the real reason little white kids hate clowns is because they remind them of black people. All of them? Most of them, yeah. Go look at a clown. Just look up a typical clown online. You know what? I'll do it. I'll do it for you, chat. Just look up your typical clown and then look up minstrel shows. Just like, look at those two things side by side. You ever wonder why clowns have afros? Jovan, please help my racist mom. Help her how? 219-327-8005 is the number to call in today. Topics include the Iran war is unjustified, trans men and women are men and women, gender affirming care for minors, capitalism is failing, MAGA is uneducated, and systemic racism and white privilege are real. Speaking of systemic racism, clowns. They're racist. Well, my girlfriend and I love clowns. That mean we're allies. It means you're the opposite. I'm just kidding, guys. I don't give a fuck if you like clowns. They are based on racism, but I don't care if you like clowns or not. My friend is a clown. Is the Bible guy joining you again? Oh, yeah, no, that's just wrong. Hold on. All right, I got you, Fuzzy. What's your opinion on free markets? I don't like markets to begin with. My opinion will be the same as it always is. If there's private ownership, I don't want it. Birthday redeemed from Flo Kitty. Flo Kitty, it's your birthday? Oh shit, dog. Here you go. Ah! That wasn't it. And that was way too fucking loud. Holy shit, brother. Brother. Here it is. There we go. We will not be debating in the comments. So if there are comment chirpers, they get 3 messages. If they continue to chirp in the comments without calling in after 3 messages, mods just time them out for 5 minutes. Either they call in or they shut up. Billy, thank you for the super chat. I did not know they were based on racism. Clowns creep me out because my dad made me watch a very detailed documentary on John Wayne Gacy when I was 5. Well, that's crazy of your dad, Billy. What the fuck? Our birthday shout outs only on Twitch. Well, it's the only way we know, like, because if you're on Twitch, you can redeem a birthday thing. So then we know it's your birthday. Waffles or pancakes? Depends on my mood. Capped once more by YouTube. Rest in peace, Billy. Billy, you know what to do. If you want to support, you know where to do it. You don't have to. There's just so many ads on Twitch, I can't. I don't understand how that's possible. Like, I turned them off. Look, if I go to monetization, unless they turn them back on. Oh, they turned them back on. Oh. Wait. Okay. They should be off again. I don't put ads on my YouTube. No, I put ads on YouTube. I don't put ads on my Twitch. Twitch should have ads. YouTube has ads. I like how somebody in the YouTube chat is like, clowns aren't just look up the Tramp. Look up where the inspiration for the Tramp, which was one of the most popular US clowns. Look at the inspiration of where that comes from and stop being a fucking moron. Billy, thank you for the Venmo, Billy. YouTube is so nerfing me, so this is the rest of the stream. Keep being awesome. Thanks, Billy. I'm gonna try. For you. Make sure you guys are liking the stream over on Twitch. Billionaires employ millions of people. Whoop-de-ding-dong diddly-doo. So does the government. Like, what? Shut up. Oh, no, they're open. My bad. There you go. Jovan missed the best part of open discussion yesterday. Did I? That's all right. Dude, this fucking cough has not gone away. I should probably check if I have like walking pneumonia or some shit. So the racist trolls today, not even creative. Are trolls ever creative? Why must you and Blitz go live at the same time? Now I have to choose. Or watch us both at the exact same time. Yeah, and then me, Blitz, and Dalton will be back again on Wednesday. Wednesdays are going to become Theism Wednesdays. That's why I took it off the board, the God is Evil thing. That'll be a Wednesday topic. I'd rather not talk to another flat earther. Come on. Are crepes considered? I guess. I'm a little tired, so we're going to be just chugging along until we get a debate. 219-327-8005. Am I immune to walking pneumonia because I'm a wheelchair user? It's funny as fuck. Oh, the drunk guy yesterday? Yeah, that was crazy. Yeah, I wonder if Billy can count all of his super chats as tax deductible. That'd be kind of funny. I'm exhausted. I'm about to go to bed at like 7 o'clock tonight, dude. Aren't you on with Jimmy tonight? I told Jimmy I'd let him know. Did Jimmy schedule me anyway? Yo, Jovan, thanks for the 5-hour show yesterday. Incredible. You're welcome. The shows would last longer if we had callers. It's just sometimes where we're down on the wire callers. Oh, I don't know why Jimmy scheduled me for last night. I'm gonna have to text him and be like, I didn't say I could do tonight. Bam. Tomorrow is the gauntlet. Me hosting. Arden coming back to defend their title. Matt will be on. Jimmy will be on. Lux will be on. And we're trying to get one more person so that we have our 5. But yeah, tomorrow's the gauntlet. Best anime is tomorrow's episode. Everybody's picks are wrong, so that's fun. Are you on the looks tonight? I don't know why. I did not say I could be on the looks tonight. I gotta text you, man. You advertise on TikTok, right? Well, I post on TikTok, like my short videos, but that's it. Attack on Titan is not the best anime by far. It's not Dragon Ball Z. It's not Full Metal Alchemist. It's not Cowboy Bebop. You're all saying incorrect answers. It's not Hunter x Hunter. It's not Delicious in Dungeon. It's not Reincarnated as a Slime. It's not One Piece. King of the Hill is a fucking hilarious answer. Do films count? I think we're just doing series. But I have to confirm. Yeah, I'll probably tell everybody we're just doing series. It's not My Hero. It's not Jujutsu Kaisen. It's not Vinland Saga. It's not FLCL. You're all wrong. It's not Bofuri. It's not Bleach. It's not Berserk. It's not Cells at Work. It's not Jujutsu Kaisen. It's not Sailor Moon. Do you talk to Australians if they call in? Perfect Blue is good, but it's not Perfect Blue. Cory in the House is hilarious. It's not Avatar. It's not Digimon. It's not Pokemon. It's not Bobobo. It's not Fist of the North Star. It's not Ghost Hunter. It's not Death Note. It's not Big O. It's not Afro Samurai. It's not Dragon Ball GT. It's not Ronin. It's not Tokyo Godfathers. It's not Inuyasha. You're all wrong. It's not Samurai Champloo. It's not Naruto. It's not Yu Yu Hakusho. It's not Trigun. Yu Yu Hakusho might be number 2. It's not Trigun. It's not JoJo's. It's not Evangelion. It's not Detective Conan. No one said what it is. Very funny. That's how I know you all are like anime lames who just keep mentioning shonens, like no culture people over here. It's not One Punch. It's definitely not One Punch Man. One Punch Man is crap after season 1. It's not Vampire Hunter D. It's not Clan. It's not Zatch Bell. It's not Gundam. It's not Mob Psycho. Mob Psycho is very good. Mob Psycho might be in my top 5, but it's not Mob Psycho. I'm not to say no because there is a right answer. Your Name might be the best anime movie. Your Name is up there. Not Record of Ragnarok. Not Frieren, but Frieren is very good. No one has said it. It's not Chainsaw Man. It's not Your Lie in April. It's not Steins Gate. It's not Zombieland Saga. It's not Spider-Man, no. It's not The Devil's a Part-Timer. Season 2 of that is so bad. No, it's not Food Wars. It's not Paw Patrol. That's funny. It's not Full Metal. It's not Full Metal Brotherhood. You guys are trying, but none of you have guessed it. And you're all guessing the same types of animes. It's not Ghost in the Shell. Yeah. It's not Death Note. Okay, do you guys want me to just tell you? Excel World is a crazy pull. No. Do you want me to tell you, or do you want to still try to guess? It's not just my favorite anime, it's the best anime ever made. Give us a decade? 2010s. I can give you the exact year. It's 2011. I'll give you the exact year. It's a 2011 anime. It's not Uzumaki. It's not... Hell no, it's not Promised Neverland. Promised Neverland has the worst season 2 I've ever seen in my life. The biggest fucking fall from grace. I hope one day Promised Neverland gets the Brotherhood treatment. It's not High School DxD. It's not One Piece. It's not Steins Gate. It's not Fate Zero. It's not Bakugan. It's not Yuri on Ice. It's not Erased, but Erased is good. Erased just flummoxes. Like, Erased fumbles the ending so hard. Not Dead Man Wonderland. Heaven's Lost Property I like, but it's not that anime. It's not Made in Abyss. Cardcaptor Sakura is so funny now. Okay, everybody stop guessing. I'm going to tell you. Everybody stop guessing. I'm going to tell you. The best anime, and I could defend this in, like, this is why I'm actually kind of upset that I'm hosting the gauntlets. Oh, someone just guessed it. Someone just guessed it. Fate, what is it? Fate MNY? Is that your name on Twitch? Just guessed it. Anohana, the flower we saw that day, is the greatest anime ever made. Hands down. It's not even a fucking contest. It's a one-season anime, and it is perfect from start to finish. It is the only anime that has broken me in a way that I cannot describe. When I finished Anohana, I was a mess. I was a blubbering mess. No anime has made me feel the things that that anime has made me feel. It is, hands down, the best anime ever made. From story, to characters, to motivations, to animation, to voice acting, all of it culminates in what has to be the tightest story I've ever seen in my life. And there is one weak side, and even that is still very good. I'm not trolling. I'm genuinely not. I watch that anime once a year, and it makes me feel things. We watched it in Discord like 2 years ago, I think. We like watched the whole thing in a day on Discord, and when I tell you that voice chat afterward was blubbering. No. A shonen has never been able to make me feel what Anohana has made me feel, bro. All right, we got a call, so we might as well get this debate show started. Oh, okay. Yeah, there we go. Coming up first to stream, we have Dominique. Dominique is calling from Texas to talk about trans men and women being men and women. Dominique, if you can hear me, please provide me with your age and pronouns.
I am 24, going on 25, and I am a man. He, him,
Okay.
as they call them. So before we actually get into this, first of all, if you want...
Hold on. That's, you gotta wait. You gotta wait. As the host of the show, I set the stage here. Okay. Now, Dominique, you're calling in about trans men and women being men and women. My stance is that I believe that trans men and women are men and women because there is no single biological trait that is both necessary and exceptionless for defining man or woman. Therefore, gender would use social or psychological classifications rather than strictly biological ones. Do you disagree? And if so, why?
I do, and this is why. First of all, One Piece is a great anime, and it will make
Oh,
you cry.
God damn it. One Piece is
Yeah,
not the best anime.
I have to say it, dude. I
God
heard
damn
you
it.
say.
God
I
damn
heard
it.
you say what you said, and no, One Piece will make you cry.
I had a feeling the first call was going to be this. I had a feeling. I just, something in me told me.
The second thing is, I would strictly go to.
Wait, are you
I guess there's
actually,
multiple
are we
ways I would
actually
argue this,
debating,
but
or are you like trolling?
no. I'm actually here to debate, but when I heard you say that, I had to point it out.
Okay. Do you believe trans men and women are men and women? Yes or no?
Of course not, because men and women are differentiated by the purpose of our biology. It
Biology
might
doesn't
not
have a
be the way it
purpose.
functions. It does.
It doesn't.
It does.
It doesn't.
I'm not sure how I don't want to be grotesque or
I'm sorry.
really vulgar by
I'm
any
sorry.
means.
I'm sorry. You're trying to tell me that biology, which is just, how our bodies work, you're telling me that there is a strict purpose to biology, there's an intention and a design to biology. Is that what you're trying to tell me right now? That biology has an
Absolutely.
intention? So how do variations
Yes.
happen? How do mutations happen in biology if biology has intentions?
They're called mutations for a reason.
Do you know what a mutation is?
A mutation would be a changing of. I'm sorry, I'm doing something right now. It would be a changing of something's natural function. So let's say somebody's supposed to have. Human beings naturally have 2 eyes. If somebody has 3 eyes, that is opposed to the way that the human body is naturally structured. So we would call that a mutation.
Do mutations go against biology?
It's a biological phenomenon, but
Does
it's
it go
not the way that
against
human bodies are
biology?
naturally structured.
Okay, so mutations are not the way human bodies are naturally structured. Would you say blue eyes are the way human bodies are naturally structured?
If you have a particular set of genes, then you're more.
That's not the question
You're
I asked
more.
you.
Well,
please answer the
you
question I
can't.
asked you.
Well, I would say human beings. I don't know. Dogs have blue eyes.
Can you answer the question?
Repeat it one more time, man.
Are blue eyes part of the way humans are naturally structured?
Oh, part of? Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Blue eyes are a mutation. Humans
Yeah.
only developed blue eyes about 10,000 years ago.
Well, that's
you said sorry, Dominique. You said that's not my belief. That's science. You said mutations are not part of the way humans are naturally structured. Now you're saying this mutation is a part of the way humans are naturally structured. Can we be consistent?
I would disagree only because
I don't care that you. I don't care that you disagree.
So you would have
I don't care that you disagree. I don't care that you disagree. This is just a fact. Blue eyes are a mutation. Humans didn't always have blue eyes. They were a mutation. They became a thing through mutation of genes. So I don't care that you disagree. If you disagree with that, it's just kind of silly because it's a fundamental fact.
I'm sorry, and I don't mean to interrupt you.
I'm not sorry.
I apologize if it comes off as rude or anything.
I'm not sorry, actually.
So you said the human beings didn't used to have blue eyes.
Correct.
So there was a point in time where people did not have blue eyes.
Correct.
And then something happened where they ended up having blue eyes.
There was a mutation.
So there was a way that human beings were structured that changed.
You said that there is a natural structure to biology and that biology has a natural structure. You said mutations are not natural. You then said blue eyes, which are a mutation, are natural, even though they are the mutation that you say is not natural.
Okay, I think I see where we're getting.
We are not getting anything. You are being logically inconsistent. We are not.
No, I think I see where the
logically inconsistent.
I think I see where what I'm saying and what you're what you might think I'm saying, or what I'm saying is
What
getting
you're
confused?
saying is that biology has an ought, that there is a specific intention of biology. I'm saying biology has no intention. Biology is about adaptability. There's no intention to biology. The only reason creatures tend to be one specific, or not even be one specific way, the only reason biology tends to go along a certain pathway is because of the adaptability, and that changes throughout the history of a species. So when you claim that biology
Okay.
has some natural order, that would be incorrect, because mutations happen literally constantly. Everybody is born with some type of genetic mutation that differs from that biological pathway. So there is no natural to biology. There is no like intention in biology. That would just be a silly thing to say.
Okay. Well, I guess the best way to really try to understand where you're coming from, because of course I have a particular worldview outside of just like being quote unquote anti-trans or something. I have a particular worldview
You're
that just does
anti-trans, but
not.
you're a fan of One Piece.
Oh, actually, that was a funny thing that I wanted to bring up because
I
there
don't think
we
it's
do
funny.
have people. Yeah, we have no, not Candavish. What's that? What's that dude? The doctor with the freaking fingernails. I mean, he's. I mean, I think he would be more of a gay character than a transvestite or anything. But yeah. But oh yeah, One Piece is a great show. The story building and everything, the world
hate
building
all
and everything is incredible.
so when One Piece puts their like trans characters on the screen, you just get like grossed out and turn it off.
Oh hell no! Are you kidding me? Those are like the most OP people in the show.
Okay.
I have nothing against trans people. I don't think it's normal. I thought it's weird, but I don't think it's
the
justified.
trolling's not working here, bud.
Who's trolling?
You.
I'm not trolling about anything. I generally
You're
so
100%
when things
trolling.
on TV. So let's say like things
You're
like
absolutely trolling.
no. So
You are.
shows like sort of online glorify
care.
lolicons and whatnot.
I don't
I
care.
do not think child pedophilia is okay.
I don't care. You're very clearly trolling.
I'm not trolling. I'm generally against trans. But that doesn't mean that the show One Piece
I don't
would be
disagree.
A bad show.
I don't disagree that you could be genuinely against trans people. I'm saying you're trolling. You're not providing any actually good arguments. You're just saying nonsense.
Well, that would just make me a bad debater, not a troller.
You're trolling because you're not trying.
I am, and I was waiting for you to finish what you were saying. That way, I could continue.
Tell me how biology has an intention.
It has an intention insofar as we have certain characteristics that, like human beings have certain characteristics that make them human. And
that's not an intention.
Male and females have certain. Well, I guess that would be a different view, difference in worldview. Because as somebody who holds a theistic worldview, when I say intention, I mean there's a purpose to our bodies. There's a reason why.
There's a purpose. So one, those are two completely different words.
So legs are meant for walking. These legs are meant for walking. Legs are meant for walking. Hands are meant for grabbing things. Penises are meant for insertion. Vaginas. I'm not sure if I'm actually allowed to say that. I'm not sure what you're on right now.
Penises
so I don't want to say
are meant for insertion. What's the primary function of a penis?
Well, of course, piss, but
it's
I would say secondarily it would be insertion.
But that's not. But we didn't say secondarily. You said penises are meant for this thing, but the primary function of a penis is not insemination. The primary function of a penis is urination.
I could maybe not say I would. I would say otherwise.
You pee more than you jack off. So yes, it absolutely is. Well, you might not because you're low. Most people pee more than they ejaculate. I don't care what God said. I don't care what God said. I don't care. That's not the conversation.
I'm arguing my worldview.
If your worldview is I believe this because of God, then prove God is real.
Here's the thing: even if you don't,
if your worldview is I believe this because of God, prove God is real.
What do you accept for standard argument?
Any.
Like what would I have? What evidence would you accept?
Just prove he's real.
I need to understand what your standard
No,
would
you
be.
don't. No, you don't. You can just try to prove he's real.
Because here's the thing. I can make an argument for why
So
we
make
land
the
on the moon,
argument.
but if somebody doesn't hold on. Just
So make
listen
the
to what I'm saying.
argument. Make
Please
the
listen
argument.
to what I'm saying.
I don't need the
Please listen to what
sophistry.
I'm
I don't
saying.
need the sophistry. Just prove he's real.
It's not sophistry. It's very
It
important.
is.
Because
It
I
is.
can
When
argue
you
why we
go,
landed
when
on
you
the
go,
moon.
well, what's your standard of evidence? That's sophistry. Yes, that's absolutely sophistry. Just tell
So,
me
okay,
why God
hold
is real.
on. So if I give you evidence, you'll accept that evidence, or will you say that
I'll
that evidence is
scrutinize
invalid?
the evidence. We'll scrutinize it together,
So what are you?
as you should do with all evidence.
What are you looking for when you say prove God? What are you looking? What are the
Sophistry.
qualities
You're doing
of?
sophistry again.
What are you looking
You're
for?
doing sophistry again.
No. When you say prove something to me, I need to know what will convince you.
No, you
If
don't.
I have no idea what will convince you, I can give you a ton of evidence
any evidence.
Well, okay. Okay, I'll provide you evidence, and let's see how what I'm saying proves itself. So I believe that.
Type into ChatGPT right now, right? Waiting to see what ChatGPT tells you.
No, I'm actually playing Doom right now.
Sure
This is the first time I've ever played this game too.
Sure.
I mean, I can turn the volume if you want, but yeah, I would give the moral argument. I think I could argue. I guess it kind of ties into the moral argument. Wait, did I kill everybody?
Told you to give the moral argument, yeah.
No. Oh
That's not
shit!
evidence.
I'm sorry.
That isn't evidence.
How? You see, that's what I'm saying. I need to understand what you would take for evidence.
The moral argument for God is a philosophical argument.
This whole time I was running around.
Okay, Dominique, I don't think you know what evidence means at all. I expected for you to give evidence, not a philosophical argument. Those are two different things.
You see, exactly. So you're looking for some kind of material proof or something?
Evidence? Like when I said the word evidence? Do we need to Merriam-Webster what evidence means?
Are you looking for material proof?
Do we need to look up
what
evidence means in Merriam-Webster? Should we do
that? Are you
Should
looking for material proof or something that logically follows?
Should we look up what evidence
means? You see, now you're being dishonest.
Maybe we should look up what evidence means.
You're being dishonest now.
Might be
now
a bit easier for you.
You know, it's sad too because I've watched you debate many people.
I don't care.
I've always found it very interesting.
I don't
care.
But
now it's sad how dishonest you're being.
I don't care
because you cannot
watch me debate. Muted. I don't care about the fucking meta right now. Who gives a fuck about the meta? Is this a joke? I'm just going to let him sit on mute for a little while. Like, what kind of dumbass shit?
Hello.
Okay, Dominique, are you done playing dumb?
Can you hear me?
I just need a yes or no. Are you done playing dumb?
I was never playing dumb.
Okay, that wasn't a yes or no. Goodbye. Actually, very specifically. So stupid. Anyway. Theus, this the best you got? Yeah. Constantly. You a Gnostic atheist or agnostic atheist? If it's a second, no, I'm a Gnostic atheist. God does not exist. What's my second favorite anime? I don't know. I'm about to go to the dentist today. Would you consider coming to Baja Con in Ontario? I don't know what that is. So no, because I don't know what that is. Oh, Blue Water Atheists, Humanist Agnostics. Oh, Forrest is going. I'd go anywhere if I was invited. If I'm not invited, I'm not like gonna try to rush to go. I do notice that all of the speakers at this all are, you know, they all happen to be of one very specific color. Yikes. Sorry. Let me not say anything. Just, you know. You know, if anybody's running atheist conventions and secular conventions and they want a little color, my calendar is open, so invite me. But, you know. Force is great. There's no way. There's no way. There's no way. You guys remember that psycho cop that called last week? He's calling again. How do I play this? How do I play this? Do I have fun? Do I have fun with this one? Feel like I should. Let's see what happens. All right, coming up next to stream is the racist cop Justin. Racist cop Justin is next on to stream. Hey, racist cop Justin, do you still want to tell me that that police officer that shot that dude in the back of the head shouldn't have been put to trial for it?
So if you could read, I said I wanted to speak on our topic 6.
I don't care what you said you want to speak on. I don't respect you in any way, shape, or form.
That's great.
You want to tell me that that cop who shot
So
the guy
are
in
we
the
not
back of the
gonna
head
speak on
shouldn't
the
have
topic
gone
that
to trial? We will if
So are we
you
not
if you
gonna
tell
speak on
me
what I
if you
called
tell
him
me
to
what
speak
you
on?
think about that cop who shot that guy in the back of the head that you said should
I'm
not have
not
gone to
going to sit
trial
here and
for
play
it.
your game. He
When
grabbed
you
the
said-
officer's taser.
So that means you shoot
So
someone in the
do you
back
understand
of
what
the
use of force
head?
continuum is?
The
Do you know
back of the
force
head,
continuum is?
Justin? The back of
Do
the
you
head.
know what the use
The
of force
back of the
continuum
head,
is?
Justin? The back of the head.
Are you going to answer me?
The back of the head, Justin?
Do you know what it is?
The back of the head.
I will answer your question. This
Justin,
is part
back
of
of the
answering
head?
your question.
Back of the head, Justin? Back of the head.
You are pathetic. You know that?
Back of the head, Justin?
Yeah.
That's what you're telling me.
He had his taser in his hand.
Back.
Yes.
So you shoot.
Yep.
So you shoot them in the back of the head, Justin.
So the way the use of force
How do you
continuum
get a
works
gun
is
behind
you stay
someone's
a
head,
level
Justin?
above the threat.
How do you get a gun behind someone's head, Justin? Just wondering.
Did you watch the body cam footage?
Sure did, Justin. Answer the question I
seen it?
asked. Sure did. Answer the
So
question,
did you
Justin.
see the absolute
Sure
struggle?
did.
He's the
Sure
only
did. I
officer on
saw that
scene,
the officer's
correct?
hands never left his taser either, Justin. The officer's hands were on the
taser
part
was
of the
clearly
taser.
in his hands, and that
The
was argued in
officer's
court.
hand-
That
the
was already
officer's
argued and settled in
hands
court.
were on the
That was
taser,
already argued
Justin.
and settled in
Why don't
court.
you just
That
admit
was
you're a
already argued and
racist
settled
little
in
piece
court.
of shit and hate black people? Why don't you just do that, Justin? Why don't you just
Yeah.
admit it?
So white
Why
privilege
don't you just
doesn't
admit
exist.
it, Justin?
What,
Yeah,
what
I know you
privilege
don't
do I
think
have
white
you
privilege
don't?
exists. I
What
know you don't think
privilege
white
do you
privilege
have,
doesn't
or
exist.
do I have you don't? Tell me,
I
please.
know you think white privilege doesn't exist because you didn't make it anywhere in life. So
Then
now you're
what
sitting here
privilege
like,
do I have
but
that
I'm
colored
white. I
people
should
don't?
have
What
made
is
it
it?
somewhere in life. I'm white. I should have made it. You don't even know
Look
what
how
white
pathetic
privilege
you are.
means.
You won't even talk.
You don't even
You
know
call
what white.
this a
Is this not
debate?
talking? Is
This
this
is
not
a
talking?
debate.
Did I ever at one
This
point
is a
say that I was
debate.
going to debate you, Justin? Did
LMAO.
those words come
Hey,
out of my mouth?
so
Justin, did those
what
words come out of
privilege
my
do I
mouth?
have?
Sorry, I'm gonna mute you for a second because this isn't your fucking show. Did I ever say I was gonna debate you, you ugly piece of shit? Did those words come out of my mouth? I don't think they did. I can replay the goddamn tape. Those words never came out of my mouth. Shut your bitch ass up. Ugly. Must think I'm fucking playing some shit that I'm not playing here, bruh. We don't like little ass piggies over here, dude. The fuck out of here. Like he thought I was gonna have a fucking conversation with him. Please. Got me fucking confused with somebody else. Because what Justin thinks is cops should just be able to execute citizens. That's what Justin believes. Dumbass. Bro, it's so fucking... People like that are such ugly pieces of shit, dude. Just real talk, brother. Exactly. You want to know the funny thing? Patrick Shore wasn't even found not guilty. The jury was deadlocked and prosecutors didn't think they could, the fucking prosecutors didn't think that a retrial they'd be able to beat the deadlock. Because half the jury found him guilty, half found him innocent. Fucking so stupid. Just you guys tell me. You guys tell me. If a person is face down on the ground and shot in the back of the head, what would you call that? I'd call that an execution. But Justin would call that reasonable force because Justin is a pussy. Sorry. Coward. I'm sorry I used the P word. But also, no, I'm not. And Justin claims to be a cop. So watch out if you live in fucking Justin's neighborhood. He'll fucking blow your shit out. I don't play these fucking games. I don't know why people think I play these fucking games. Anyway. Well, it's funny when people are like, oh, he grabbed the taser. The taser was fired already. Both of its cartridges were spent. Like, please. I'm not playing this fucking game. Anyway. Coming up next is Hound. Hound is calling from Florida to talk about gender-affirming care for minors. Hound, if you can hear me, please provide me with your age and pronouns.
Hey, how's it going? I'm 30. Pronouns, you know, the normal ones for a guy.
What would those be?
Whatever you want to assume, sir.
I don't assume. That's why I asked.
That's fine. All right. So yeah, really, my main topic.
Sorry, Hound. I don't know why we're.
I don't understand.
I don't know why we're moving ahead without answering the question that I asked.
Yeah, that's fine. So really, my main question
I'm gonna
here
say
is
it again, Hound. I don't know why you're trying to move.
even-
I don't know why you're trying to move ahead without answering the question I asked. Seems a little disrespectful.
It's not. Yeah, well, it's not relevant. I just assume, you know, you asking for my pronouns is a little disrespectful.
I don't care if you assume it's disrespectful. It's a role on the show. If you don't want an answer, then go somewhere else. Go to a different live show. I don't know what to tell you. Those are the rules. You can't call into my show and then be like, your rules for your show are disrespectful.
It's him. All right, anyway.
God,
So
take you a
continuing
minute.
on.
Jesus Christ. Continue on is not how this works. It's my show. I run the show. So,
right.
Hound.
Oh, it's your show. Yes, sir. Go
Hound,
ahead.
Now that we've got that out of the way, you're calling in to talk about gender affirming care for minors. I support gender affirming care for minors because it's been shown to help reduce distress and improve well-being when done under medical supervision. Do you disagree, and if so, why?
All right. So first off, I want to know what's your definition of well-being?
What's my definition of well-being? What?
Yeah.
Are we? Is this what we're doing today? Here,
No,
here. Simple.
No,
simple.
in order to do this,
Open
we
up
need to figure out
Merriam-Webster.
what
Open up Merriam-Webster.com. Type in well-being.
Okay.
Whatever it says.
Okay. All right. So you just grant that. Okay. All right. Cool. All right. Fine. So, do you have children?
Relevance.
You're trying to ascribe. You're saying we ought to do something, right? So we ought to give children. Yeah, that's the whole point. It's called discovery, right? So we ought to give children gender-affirming care, correct?
Children who need it ought be able to access it.
Okay. Oh, and then how can you tell what child needs it?
Damn, how can I tell what child broke? Like, has cancer. What would be a
Yeah.
good way for me to tell that?
That's not the same thing. Cancer is
What would be a
something you
good
can
way
find
for
out
me to tell
medically.
that?
That's it.
Oh, medically. So like a doctor would tell you. Oh, damn.
Yeah,
wonder
but
if-
that's not.
I wonder if doctors.
No, I'm saying,
I
what
wonder
is
if
it?
doctors might tell people whether or not they think they might want to recommend them for gender affirming medical care. Damn. Wonder if that might
That's
be
not the same. No, that's
It's
not.
not?
That's not the same at all. A cancer is
It's
a
not.
cellular growth. You can look at cancer.
Sure. How do I know
How
somebody
can
has
you-
like? How do I know somebody has
Yeah.
like medical depression? How do I know somebody has anxiety? How do I know somebody has PTSD? How do I know somebody has ADHD? How do I know somebody has the litany of other things that might go on in one's mind?
So like the unseeable, right? So like these metaphysical concepts of distress.
I don't know why you can't just
Yeah,
answer the
that's-
question.
Well, I'm making
Seems
sure
weird.
that I understand what
No,
you're
you're just
saying, so
playing
I have the
sophistry.
correct definition.
No, you're just
That's
playing
not
sophistry.
sophistry.
Yes,
I'm
it is.
making sure that you're specifically singling out
Nope,
these things
you're
as
just playing
being
sophistry.
separate from an actual physical affliction.
Nope, you're just playing it sophistry. Can you just
That's
answer the
not
question? How would I
sophistry.
know? Can you just answer the question? How would I know?
Well, we can't really know.
We
make
can't
a
really
good
know if
guess.
somebody has. We can't really
We
know
can-
if somebody has PTSD. That's not something we can know. So should we
no,
not
not
treat?
really, but we can
Should
make a
we not
good
treat
guess.
PTSD because we don't know for sure if somebody has it?
What's the relevance?
Should we treat gender dysphoria with gender affirming medical care?
What would be your definition of gender affirming medical care?
There's no way
Something
you're
to
gonna.
get
There's
them
no
to
way you're gonna
stop
keep
feeling
doing this.
that?
There's no way you're gonna keep playing this game.
To figure
There's
out
no
what
way.
your definitions of words
There's
are.
no way you're
that's
gonna keep playing this
literally
game.
how you can have it. That's
There's
the only
no
way
way
you
you're
can
gonna
have a
keep playing this
debate is
game.
to know.
Here's what we'll do.
Go to
Google. Go to
all right.
Google right now. Open up Google. What I want you to do is
Mhm.
type into Google gender affirming medical care. And what's the
So
what's
you
the
don't
very
have a
first thing?
definition
What's the
offhand.
very first thing Google pulls up? That's what I would say it is.
Oh, okay. So you want.
Here we go. Sophistry, like I
Okay.
said. It's just sophistry. You're just
you're-
playing it
no,
sophistry.
that's straw manning. I'm trying
That's
to
not
Iron
straw,
Man your
that's
point
not a
here.
straw man.
I'm trying to Iron Man your point here.
Hold on. What is a straw man?
You're
mean?
misrepresenting
What
my.
does straw? I'm not
you're
misrepresenting anything. Saying
Yes,
that you're
you are,
saying that you're
because
engaging in
the
sophistry is
only
not
way to have a
misrepresenting your
debate-
argument. Saying
Yes,
that you
it
are
is, because
no, it's
my
not.
whole argument here is finding
No,
the
it isn't.
definition of words so we can agree
Yep,
on them.
Go to Google.
so we
type
can
in
have an
gender
actual
affirming medical
debate.
care. Go to Google. Type in gender affirming medical care. Read what Google tells you, and that's my definition.
Okay, well, I can't do that. I'm on my phone right now. So can
Sorry,
you
what's
pull it
your
up for me?
definition of phone?
That's
Sorry, I'm confused.
not even relevant.
What's your definition of
That's-
definition?
Now you're
What's
pulling
your
ad
definition
homs.
of
All right,
definition?
that's cool. Well, listen, so
There's
you
no
can't
ad
do
hom.
that. Well,
That's not
anyway,
what an ad hom is.
you shouldn't. Yes,
It's
you're
not what an ad
doing
hom
you're
is.
doing a character attack on me because
It's not
you're
a
saying
character
that
attack.
you don't even have definitions for the own things that
not
you've
an
been
ad hom.
debating all day.
Nope. That's not what I'm doing.
Yes, that's a character attack because you're
No, it
saying,
isn't.
"Oh,
I know you want to
your
just throw
questions are
debate terms
irrelevant."
out there
You're
because you're
saying
afraid to have the
you're-
actual conversation. So instead of having
I'm
the
not
actual
afraid to have an actual
conversation,
conversation.
instead
Good,
of
good
having
attempt at
the
rage
actual
baiting.
conversation, you want to keep asking,
Okay.
what do you mean by this? What do you mean by this? What, can we have the actual conversation or no? I just want to know.
Okay. So here's the difference, right? So if you're saying
Oh,
gender
fine.
affirming care
Jesus.
as well, exactly. If
Took you long enough.
don't take the Lord's name in vain.
Took you
So
long
if
enough.
we're
God
saying
damn.
gender affirm,
Fuck
it
the
took
Lord.
you long enough.
Fuck the Lord. I don't give a fuck about the Lord.
Good,
Jesus
good work,
Christ.
buddy.
Stop being fucking baby.
Don't take
Answer
the Lord's name in
question.
don't take the
God
Lord's name in
damn,
vain,
dude.
brother.
God
Brother in
damn,
Christ,
such a
don't take the Lord's
baby.
name in vain.
Jesus fucking
All right, listen.
Christ. Can you answer the question,
Well,
please?
there's an
finally?
ad-hom.
Maybe once.
Okay. So no, children shouldn't have gender affirming care. What do
Why?
you mean? Are you talking about
Why?
Are you talking about some
Why?
weird liberal
Why?
gay couple saying that their
Why?
kid's not a boy, he's a girl?
Why?
Because it hurts them long term.
How?
Suicide rates. What
Suicide
do you-
rates decrease with gender affirming care. Are you stupid?
No, they don't.
You must be. Yes,
Are
they
you
do.
stupid?
Yes,
You
they do.
must be- you
Suicidality
must
drops
be
by
one of them
70%.
rage
Do you want the
debaters.
study? Suicidality drops by 70%.
Yeah, go ahead.
Do you want the
Pull
study?
up the.
Great. And then you
Yeah,
pull
in
up a counter.
children.
Then you pull up a counter one for yours. Okay.
No, I'm not going to do that. I was just pulling
because
that
you're
out
not
of my
going
ass.
to.
But listen,
Yeah, I know you were. I know you were,
listen.
because that's how
Well, no,
because that's how it
listen,
works
dude.
with you. No, I'm not going to listen. Hold on, shut the fuck up. I'm not going to listen.
No,
You
hold
just
on,
admitted
listen.
to me to
Shut
being
the
bad
fuck up.
faith. You just admitted to me to being bad faith.
Dude, you bad face argue with
You
everybody
just
who calls in
admitted to me
anyway.
right now that
You
you are
bad
bad
face
faith.
argue.
Putting you on mute. You just admitted to me right now that you're bad faith. So what's the point of me continuing this conversation? I knew you were calling in bad faith from the fucking first 2 sentences. Why do you think I've been out here treating you like the piece of shit that you are? Because you were bad faith. You just said, well, I don't actually know. I was pulling that number out of my ass. Great. So you're not here to be honest. You're not here to have an honest conversation. So what's the point of us having this conversation? If you're not going to be here in good faith, what's the point? You can't provide any sources for the shit that you're going to say. You don't have any studies, hence why you just said, I don't have any. But guess what? Guess what I have? I have sources to back my shit up, such as mental health outcomes in transgender and non-binary youths receiving gender-affirming care, which, oh my God, what is this? This studies? Oh my gosh. There's a 70% drop in suicidality with access to gender-affirming medical care? Holy shit, who would have seen that coming, Hound? Except everybody who can read. Wow, oh my God. Now, Hound, do you have a counter study to prove your side or no?
Hello? Can you hear me?
Yeah, do you have a counter study to prove your side? Yes or no?
Oh, no, I'm talking about from personal
okay.
experience.
Goodbye.
Look, I'm a father.
See ya.
Okay. Oh, you're gay. You're gay. You're a fag. Faggot.
Wonderful. I don't care. Goodbye. You don't
Faggot
have sources. You don't have sources. I don't care what you call me. You've admitted to me you're bad at this. You've admitted to me you're bad faith. You've admitted to me you can't debate. Goodbye. Please. The fuck out of here. Do y'all think that this is my first day doing this? Do you think I can't sniff out the bad faith interlocutors within 2 seconds? Like, for real? Do you think that it's not really fucking obvious? When your first statement to me is fucking, what do you mean by gender affirming care? What do you mean by this? Well, what do you mean by this? And what do you mean by this? Get the fuck out of here, bro. Of course that person's not 30. Come on now. Do you not understand the point of people don't understand the point of the pronoun question? Straight up. It's how I'm pretty able to tell when what the type of people these people are. Had Hound started the conversation with, he, him. Okay, great. I reckon, easy. But he didn't, because he's a fucking baby. Max, thank you for the Venmo. Said dunking on a bigot. Thanks, Max. I'll continue to dunk on him. What do you mean by gender? What do you mean by the? What do you mean by it? What do you mean by he? What do you mean by well-being? What? There's a time and place. Let me tell you something real quick. There's a time and place for asking what someone means by a word in a conversation, right? If you ignore the Jordan Peterson School of Debate, which does not teach you how to debate properly, right? If I'm having a conversation with someone for 5 minutes and I notice that there's some weird butting up objections that we both have, and we're both talking about the same thing, part of me then will go, okay, there is clearly something going on here in a breakdown in communication. So then I will say, well, hey, maybe we're meaning 2 different things when we talk about this. So what do you mean when you say blah, blah, blah? If I open the conversation with, because context is a fucking great thing. If I open the conversation with gender affirming medical care helps the overall well-being of trans youth, anyone with a brain can understand the context clues of what that sentence means. So what a baby. What do you mean by what do you mean? And then, just to put insult to injury, it's pretty, you then prove to be bad faith when you produce a stat and say, well, suicide rates get worse. And I ask you, prove that. And you go, well, I can't, I made that up. Then what's the point of you being here? There is none. Get the, go somewhere else. He also used the legal term discovery incorrectly. Well, duh. Yeah, they're all fucking babies, bro. Office hour call. Adam from Pennsylvania wants to talk about Palestine. Adam, I'll just let you know I don't tend to talk about Palestine a lot because it gets you banned on platforms. So it's just something you have to be careful about.
Yeah, I gotcha. Yeah, okay.
Just to answer your question, so you're not like left there wondering.
Yeah, cool. I gotcha. I do want to clarify one thing. I am a leftist. I do have a brain, and I want to say one thing. I apologize as to how that man behaved in terms of when he was referencing God and Jesus Christ, because that's not, like, I'm not that kind of Christian. To be and to behave that kind of way inherently just screams privilege and white nationalism and being able to say and think whatever you want because, oh, I have this belief and I believe in this God. Fuck your God. That is sacrilegion. That is
True.
what gets people like me killed, because I'm an Orthodox Christian. I'm the most visibly brown person in my family, and I'm not going to sit here and bitch and moan about how and what treatment I faced from whether it was law enforcement or my own family or friends growing up. But I know what kind of person I am, and that man is anything but Christian, and it makes me sick to my stomach whenever he uses my God's name within his twisted belief, especially within like gender affirming care. I think it's so disgusting. Anyone should be able to believe and behave however they wish in terms of their own proactivity and their own health, as long as they're not harming themselves, another person, or an animal, or a child. It just doesn't make any sense to me logically. So what I wanted to originally talk about in terms of the aspects of, you know, the Holy Land, because that's what I want to use as a term. It's the Holy Land, you know.
I'm sorry. I'm just a little confused, Adam. What are we talking? Like, what are you calling to talk about?
I was calling to talk about Palestine, but I was speaking about how that previous person talking to me behaved, because it personally made me very disgusted. And that's not an accurate representation of what Christianity is, but I wanted to originally talk about the Holy Land, and I apologize for getting off track. So in terms of Palestine being Palestine, people, and more often than not, they reference within the context of genocide and the mass slaughtering or dehumanization of people, they reference the basis of genocide and how most people understand it within the Holocaust, as in Europe. So it started with the dehumanization of the religion, then the person, then making them being perceived as subhuman. And so in terms of how we perceive genocide, and whether it's blowing up a hospital with IVF clinics, destroying future generations of Palestinian children, or whether it's settlers in the West Bank slowly taking over more and more land illegally to build up more settlements and resorts. I just wanted to understand from your perspective, because I know you're a very informed person. I know you like to educate yourself on a wide range of different topics. I wanted to understand from your position as an informed leftist, how do you think, because I'm 21, I'm a younger person, so I just want to understand from like a young leftist perspective, how do you think Palestine has affected the way that we perceive leftism and the way that we define genocide? In your opinion, I was just curious.
I don't think Palestine has changed the way I define leftism at all. and I don't think it's changed the way we see genocide, because what's happening in Palestine meets damn near every criteria for genocide as labeled by the like United Nations Genocide Convention. So I'm confused about the question, I guess.
I apologize. Let me reword the question. Within my generation of leftists, the 18 to 23, 24 crowd, the younger generation, how do you think their intake of the abhorrent content coming out of Palestine, whether it's from the Israeli side or the Palestinians trying to preserve their humanity, how do you think that has changed their perception or their belief within leftism from your perspective? Because I understand you do a lot of social media content, so you must intake a fair amount from people trying to understand what goes on.
But I don't know what you mean by change their perspective of leftism. I mean, I think it's made more people leftists.
Okay. I agree. I'm sorry. I don't mean to confuse you.
No, it's fine. I'm just not understanding what you're specifically asking.
I apologize.
I think it's separated more people from liberalism, which I think is a good thing.
That's what I was trying to. Okay, yeah, that's what I was trying to come towards. I was just having a hard time forming the question. I apologize. I'm a little nervous. I really enjoy your content, so I was a little anxious about talking to you. But
no, it's fine.
I appreciate what you do. Yeah, I appreciate what you do, but I also didn't want to come off as unprepared or nervous. But I just appreciate being able to take this time to speak with you, especially what you do for marginalized people, for people of color, for people that hold these beliefs in leftism. Because I've personally shared your videos with people, and it's helped them just be more human. Cool. So I really appreciate you.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, I do hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. I just wanted to call in and ask about that. And I appreciate that, because I appreciate that simply because I do think liberalism has heavily affected what leftism should be and what it is now. So I really appreciate your time. And I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, because I'm on my lunch break at work.
Oh, yeah, sure. You too.
Have a great day.
You too. All right. What an interesting day today. There's nobody else in the calling queue. Should I just... I was saving it for a Friday. So Friday, I was gonna do a... Not this Friday, but Fridays are gonna be like the fun days where I don't do debates, I just do other shit. And I was kind of thinking about doing a Garden of Bonbon roast, which is just me playing through Garden of Banban. And I don't remember how you fucking call it, but me playing through that game and just like shitting on it the whole time. Maybe I just start that now. I don't know. There's not many good calls today. It's all been fucking nonsense. It's always funny to me, talking about that like previous call we had, like 2 calls ago. It's always funny to me when people when I'm saying, hey, this thing based on the evidence we have in academia is beneficial to kids. And they go, well, do you have kids? What the fuck does that have to do? Whether I do or don't, what does that have to do with anything? The answer is, even if my kids come to me and tell me they're trans, I'm going to help them and get them the care they need. Is the gauntlet tomorrow? Yeah. Tomorrow's the gauntlet. We have a full cast now, so I can tell you the full cast. Tomorrow's gauntlet is going to be Arden Hart, Jimmy Snow, Josie, if you've ever watched Takis, Josie from over on Takis. I don't remember Josie's last name, and I feel like an asshole, but whatever. Matt Dillahunty and Luxander. That's the That's the gauntlet tomorrow. Be prepared. We're going to see if Arden can maintain her belt. What is the gauntlet? The gauntlet is a fun little show I do every second Friday where I just get friends to come on and debate fun things. And they're going to be debating the best anime. Yeah, wouldn't it be just crazy if Arden just wins all? Is Lux gonna have another crazy pick? No, Matt has the crazy pick. Matt's pick is fucking insane. Matt is either gonna be the first person out or Matt is gonna be the winner. There's no in between, I don't think. It'll be fun. Everybody who's participated in the gauntlet really likes it. And remember, the winner is going to pick the next gauntlet episode. So if Arden wins again, she gets to pick. She picked best anime. So if she wins again, she gets to pick. But everybody who's been participating in the gauntlet really likes it. So I'm glad to keep doing it. But I can't. The minute Arden loses, though, Jovan comes in because I'm going to let Arden host one so that I can be on the gauntlet. Although if she loses prior to her surgery, I will probably self-dose because she'll be out of commission for a little while. Damn it, Bobby. Spencer, thank you for the Venmo. Said apparently good faith means I'm going to end the conversation with slurs. No, literally. Yo, if you guys are like, damn, Jovan, I'm sorry that that person called you the N-word. Cash App and Venmo are on screen. It's always fun to send your favorite black guy $10 for being called the N-word for your entertainment. I got somebody on YouTube told one of my mods to stop modding chat. Like, what? Why would a mod stop modding chat? On God. I think I have to go to the dentist. It's always interesting. Like yesterday we had so many calls, so today is a slower day. That tends to be how it goes. The mods are biased and ban people. The mods only ban people that I tell them to. If the mods have banned you, there's a reason. Just throwing that out there. And yeah, mods don't even have the power to ban. All they can do is mute you. The only person with the power to ban someone is me. Liquidy shit, thank you for the super chat. Sorry for the racist piece of shit. I have monies. That's so funny. Yeah, mods have the power to ban on Twitch, but on YouTube they don't have the power to ban. Carmela, thank you for the Venmo. Said to piss off racists. That's funny. Like, sorry you got muted for 5 minutes. Like, I literally tell the mods not to do shit unless it gets real fucking. Sammy, thank you for the Cash App. Sending my favorite black guy $10 because he was. If you ban or mute someone, it means you're weak. Oh, here, Brian, let me prove to you that I'm weak real quick. You're now muted for 5 minutes. Let me just prove to you that I'm weak. Can we do a community gauntlet night once a month? You know what? I know that was you, Sharp. Yeah, probably. That would be fun. We could do a community gauntlet night. Yeah, that wouldn't be bad. Matt chose Mighty Mouse or Popeye, didn't he? That'd be so funny. Thank you for the Cash App, Jared. Victor Conway said, for the call in, does my question ever have to relate to one of the 6 points on the screen, or could it be any political subject? It should be related to one of those. If you want to debate me on something different, if you call in and talk to the call-in screener, maybe they can figure a way we could like set up a future call. But typically I like it to be one of the things on the board. We're getting a lot of people calling about office hours today. Actually, yeah. Figured it out. Trump is webbed feet? True. No, you guys aren't even close to what Matt's choice is, and it's fucking crazy. Hound's on the chat. He's at a Klan rally. Is crazy. I don't like the title of Star Trek Deep Space Nine. It sounds dirty. Silly Rob, thank you for the super chat. I'm doing my part, dog give. That's funny. What time is the gauntlet? Tomorrow, 2 p.m. EST. I'll make a YouTube event. Is it a red flag anime? Definitely. Did you read super chats? I've been reading them as they come in, unless I missed one. But I've been trying to read them. I haven't been doing the thing before. Oh, I see, William. You sent one that said Yu Yu Hakusho is the goddamn goat. Yu Yu Hakusho is great. It's probably in my top 5. Yu Yu Hakusho has the best tournament arc of all anime. I might just do a shorter stream today. I'm really tired. The Dark Tournament, truly best tournament arc. Yeah, and if I do a shorter, we have some callers, so we'll see what those calls are about in a second. But if I Hunter x Hunter's great. Personally, I actually think the Hunter x Hunter anime isn't up there because, you know, it's just not a complete story. Not unless you're just watching Gon stuff. Gon has a complete arc. Nobody else in that show really has a complete arc. Killua maybe has a pretty good arc. But Gon is the only one with a complete story arc. But also, yeah, Hisoka's just straight up a pedophile, so. Hey, Ramon, thank you for the Cash App for supporting the content. Thank you so much. Agents Miskatonics at Dark Tournament arc mentioned. Here you go. It's goated. Billy, every time you call, I keep thinking it's Nate Billy. The one from None, thank you for the super chat. Thank you for the Uber downtime entertainment. Hey, no problem. I knew what you meant. Don't worry. He didn't do anything to Gon. Yeah, but he wanted to. Hisoka's like a confirmed pedophile. Like he wants to fuck Gon and Killua. Like there's not even subtext. It is confirmed in the manga. He wants to have sex with them. Like he is just legitimately a pedophile. I think it makes him one of the scariest anime villains for sure. It makes him one of the most terrifying villains because he's just straight up a pedophile. Did the big baby unmute me? No, yeah, I messed up and your mute ended. So here, let me put you on 5 more minute mute. But he didn't. But he wants to. Wanting to fuck kids is also really bad. I don't know why we're kind of feel like, you know. I hope he isn't queer coded. Hisoka's pretty queer coded, unfortunately. He literally stares at their butts. No, dead ass. It's so weird, dude. That's why I really like the Chimera Ant arc, because Hisoka's not in it. Does Jovan have merch? Yeah, exclamation point merch. It'll pop up the link to the merch store. That's why I like the arcs of Hunter x Hunter where Hisoka's not there. It's great. It's so goated. Oh boy. Favorite Dragon Ball character? Gohan. Yeah, like Cell arc Gohan. But like best Aura farm character, pre-Super Trunks. Pre-Super Trunks Aura farmed like nobody's fucking business, bro. I called in but didn't get put through. Not sure why. I don't know. What did the call-in screener say? I hate this bullshit that Krillin's the strongest human on Earth. Fuck that. I don't like that. It makes sense, but I don't like it. I don't like that Goku had to come up with a team of the strongest people in our entire universe, and he chose Master Roshi and Krillin. Fuck you, Goku. You're an idiot. I hate the flanderization of Goku. It's so bad. In the manga, when he doesn't even know who Pan, his own granddaughter is, fuck you. I hate this shit. Goku is not a bad father. And I don't like that Dragon Ball Super, it seems almost like they're a continuation off of the abridged timeline more than they are the actual timeline. If you think Goku's a bad dad, you did not watch Dragon Ball. You did not actually watch it. You watched abridged. He's not a bad dad at all. But Piccolo's better. Piccolo's a great teacher. But this idea that Piccolo's Gohan's father is nonsense, guys. Y'all didn't watch the show. You need to go back and watch the show. You need to go back and watch the show. My God, you need to go back and watch the show. Like, all of this Goku's a bad dad comes from the fact that he was dead. Like, he was dead, you guys. He was dead. Yeah, Piccolo's a father figure to Gohan, but Gohan views Piccolo much more as a teacher. Now, I will say Piccolo is definitely a better grandfather to Pan than Goku will ever be. But, like, Goku's just dead. Like, not even if from his own fault half the time. That's also why I don't like this idea that Goku solos any character. Goku dies. Most of the time, Goku's fights end with him dying. He's beaten like 2 people. Vegeta's a terrible father. Vegeta is an actual terrible father. Yeah, I would. Yeah, his OG DB wins are mostly all his. He was really good in Dragon Ball Z. He doesn't beat Raditz. He beats like, let's talk about just him beating someone on his own. Frieza. Frieza's like his first. I don't like. We're not counting the weaklings, right? Frieza. Anybody got another person? OG Dragon Ball Z. Who else did he beat on his own besides Frieza? I'm not talking about canon fodder. Pikkon isn't even really canon. Like, he hasn't beat anybody. No, he beats Vegeta. No, Yajirobe beats Vegeta. Let's call it a fucking $150. Yajirobe and Gohan beat Vegeta. He beat Nappa? No. Vegeta beats Nappa. Vegeta's the one that kills Nappa, not Goku. Did y'all watch the show? Y'all didn't watch the show. Y'all did not watch the show. He doesn't beat Boo on his own. He literally has to spirit bomb him. And literally the only reason he gets to the point that he can even beat Boo on his own is because him and Vegeta tag teamed. No, the only person Goku fought from start to finish by himself is Frieza. Everybody else, he needed other hands. We're not counting Jace. Come on, guys. The Ginyu Force? No, I don't count. Sure, he beat the Ginyu Force by himself. That's like being like, oh, well, Vegeta beat that one farmer at the start of the show, so doesn't that count? Or Raditz's body count, he beat that farmer at the start of the show. Fuck off. Jeez. Jovan's right, everybody's mad about it. Yes. And like, even if you want to be like, well, Goku beat Nappa. Krillin almost beat Nappa. What a fucking big accomplishment from Goku beating Nappa. Nappa almost got his shit rocked by Krillin. Sorry, I'm like real. You know what? One of these fun Fridays, we gotta just have you guys call in and debate Jovan on anime stuff. Goku's fucking win numbers are shockingly low. Who has he beaten by himself but Frieza? Didn't beat Cell by himself. Didn't beat Boo by himself. He didn't beat. We didn't even go into Super. His fucking win count is even lower in Super. He ain't beat Jiren by himself. He needed 2 other people to beat Jiren. I'll give you beating Frieza's a pretty big flex until then, like 4 episodes later, where Trunks beats him in less than 2 seconds. He did take down Piccolo. Yes, Dragon Ball Goku was throwing hands and stacking wins. Dragon Ball Z Goku is not. Meanwhile, Dragon Ball Z Gohan was out here flexing on everybody. Gohan was lighting Vegeta's ass up as a 4-year-old, lighting Raditz's ass up as a 4-year-old. That's not saying Goku doesn't have feats and Goku hasn't been a good fighter. But my issue is Goku's not a martial artist anymore. That's what pisses me off. Dragon Ball, excluding one thing, okay? You know what? Two things. Dragon Ball Superheroes and Dragon Ball Broly, Super Broly, have wonderful fight choreography. The rest of Dragon Ball, the fights are boring as fuck. Fights are boring now. They're boring. What was the last good fight in Dragon Ball that wasn't one of the movies? Doesn't exist. The fights in Broly are top. They're so top tier, it's not even funny. The rest of them, boring as fuck. They're so boring. What fight did Gohan win by himself? Cell! Gohan beat perfect Cell on his own. Like, yes, his dad was in his ear in heaven, like, oh, you could do it, Gohan. But Gohan beat Cell by himself at 12. 13? How old was Gohan at that point? He was either 12 or 13. Emotional support is not the same thing as literally having someone help you with the fight. Huh? Okay, barely gets help. Like, help from barely. Come on, y'all. But the point, what anime has the best hands? Oh, good question. Probably, I mean, JJK is so good. Like, the fight choreography in Jujutsu Kaisen. I haven't watched the Culling Games arc. I just started that because I was waiting for the full season to come out. But the Shibuya incident, like, might be some of the best choreographed shit I've ever seen. Goku gets bodied in almost every verse. I think Goku puts up a fight in like every verse. I just don't think he's this big win. Everybody. Plus, I'm tired of power scaling in anime debates. Like, Goku's fucking universal or planetary. Blah blah. I don't care. Shut up. Shut up. Stupid. It's a dumb way to argue who would win a fight. The best way to talk about Goku is to mention the fact that Goku has fucking really good battle IQ. When Goku's in a fight, and he figures out how to fucking fight. Like, that's your way to go to Goku. Not this Goku can blow up planets and blah, blah. I don't care. Shut up. Stupid. It's a dumb way to argue. This whole who would win in a fight, Goku or One Punch Man? Why are we having this conversation? His whole gimmick is he always wins in one punch. Why are we having this? Like, it's a stupid conversation. Of course he wins. Of course Saitama beats everybody. That's his whole point. His whole point is he beats everyone in one punch. It's so stupid to talk about Saitama against anybody. It's a dumb conversation. Sorry. I get real passionate about anime. Billy Sipes, I know you're in the thing, but we do have a debate, so I'm going to hit the debate first, and then if you're still here after, we can go with you, Billy. Coming up to stream is Antoine calling from Virginia. Antoine wants to talk about trans men and women being men and women. Antoine, if you can hear me, please provide me with your age and pronouns.
39. He.
Okay. Now, Anton, you are calling to talk about trans men and women being men and women. Just really quickly, Anton, I believe trans men and women are men and women because there is no single biological trait that is both necessary and exceptionless for defining those terms. Therefore, gender would be more social or psychological in classification models. Do you disagree? And if so, why?
I mean, if you think because it's social, like, yes, I see what you're saying, like how it could be social. But from my standpoint, I mean, there is no possible way that a man can be a woman. I mean, by the words trans woman, I mean, you say trans woman when we speak about these things, trans. Why isn't it just a woman? So a trans woman can be, yes, trans woman.
So, Antoine, my response to that would be, are black women women?
A black woman is a black woman, yes.
But is she a woman?
Yeah, she's a woman, yeah.
Yeah, so why do you need to put black in front of it?
So if there was a black trans woman, you'd have to say black trans woman?
Yes, because those words are just adjectives. They just describe the type of women that they are.
Okay, so can a trans woman have a child?
No, but not all cis women can have children. So I would never say having a child is what you need to be a woman.
No. And I agree with you on that. You're right about that. Not all cis women can have children, but
Yeah,
they're
so
born with the insight to be able to have a child. It's just
nope, not
something
all
is wrong
cisgender
with
women
them
are
where they
born
can't.
with reproductive, with like female reproductive parts. Even then, that's not true. So again, like I would never say that needing like a uterus, for example, is required to be a woman because some women don't have uteruses.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
And your argument is very good because I agree with you that trans women cannot have a child, and neither can all cis women.
Yeah, so if I would say like just to give you the clear cut logic on this, if I have a cisgender woman who does not need to have kids in order to be a woman, I would never make that same qualifications for a trans woman. If there are cisgender women who don't need female reproductive parts to be a woman, I wouldn't make that same qualification now for trans women. So because the biology is so varied, then I would say, well, clearly being a woman is different. It's not just some base sexual biology thing, right? Like some human sexual reproductive trait. So there must be something else. And then I look into, well, it's clear that the scope of being a man or a woman is varied throughout society, right? Like people will have told me before, like, hey, what you're doing is not manly. You need to be more manly. Like it's not, you need to be more of a man. Well, clearly, like it's not a biological thing. There is some like sociological or psychological thing at play here. So then I turn to that and go, maybe it's just the case that there's an internal sense of this thing, of this gender thing, and that's what is sort of going to relay you to which side of the aisle you fall on.
Well, I'm big on like people can do what they want to do, and they can say they can believe that they are whatever they want to believe in. That's like yeah, but if they are born a boy or man, whatever you want to call them at birth, and then they get older and they say, "Hey, I'm a woman. I want to be a woman." Their organs or their genitals are not that of a woman. So you say people have these sociological views or whatever in public. That is the view: is that hey, your reproductive organs are not, or genitalia is not that of a woman, a biological woman.
Wait, so again, the genitalia thing doesn't put to play here because now you're saying, well, being a woman means not having a penis. They're like most things don't have penises, right? Like if I'm going to say when we talk about categorization, specifically in like the way we categorize things in science, there are two big categorization models. There's exclusionary categories, and then there's what we call cluster or familial categorization. So exclusionary categories is like saying, hey, this is what females or women are, and if you don't meet the burden to be in here in this category, you can't be this thing. And so if we're saying that woman is this exclusionary category and trans women can't fit in it, then we have to come up with some necessary trait or condition that they have to possess to get access to that category. Not having something doesn't really work because most things don't have that thing, right? So it has to be something that they possess that gets them in there. If it's they have to possess female genitalia, well, we know some people don't who would be in that category. So what about those people? If they have to possess reproductive organs, well, we know
Which
some
people
people don't.
have
People
female
with vaginal agenesis.
genitalia. Hey, I'm sorry to cut you off, but yeah, which people don't
cisgender women who have
genitalia.
vaginal agenesis. They can lack a vagina. They can lack complete reproductive system.
And to me, when people say cis woman, that's like a degrade a woman. There is, I understand that people have their social words for these things. I'm not here to
It's a
really,
classifier, right? So like you have woman is the umbrella category that everybody would fit under. Then there are different types, right? You have tall women, short women, black women, white women, trans women, cis women, fat women, thin women. Like it's adjectives just describe what you're talking about. So again, when we're looking at all of the different things that could be necessary to fit into the category, they all fall apart because humans are so varied biologically. There are, even just looking at sexual reproduction, there are millions of genes and millions of variations on reproduction. Some people say it's chromosomes, but we have cisgender women who have XY chromosomes. Some people say it's the SRY gene, but there are women who have an activated SRY gene. Some people say it, like everything we go down the list, there will always be somebody who has this. And when we're talking about necessary conditions, they can't have any exceptions. Necessary conditions have to be complete. A great way to visualize this is think of a square, right? A square
Okay.
has to have 4 sides. It has
Yes.
to have
Agree.
4 right angles. It has to have 2 sets of perpendicular lines that are all the same length. It has to.
Okay. So now, in that same sense, you
Uh-huh.
have people like me that say, okay, well, a woman has to have a vagina.
And what do you do when a cisgender woman is born without a vagina? What is she?
I've never seen where a cis woman or a woman, what I would call a woman, not a cis woman.
But just because you haven't seen it doesn't mean it
I've
doesn't
never seen
exist.
where they're not born with a vagina.
Yeah,
I
but
don't know that to exist.
yes, it's called vaginal agenesis. Just like men born without penises have penile agenesis, right? Just because you haven't
And
seen it doesn't mean it's not real.
what you just described look like?
So typically they look like a Barbie doll, right? So typically they don't have vaginas, and what doctors have to do is doctors have to go in and they have to get surgery when they're young to have a vagina. Like they have to get a vagina. They have to get a vagina. They have to have a vaginoplasty because they need, vagina.
I mean, this is new to me. I've never heard of that. A woman
Sure, and it's
not
fine that
having a vagina.
it's fine that that's new to you, right? It's fine that that's new, but that doesn't make it not real. And on the flip side, if we're like, well, they have to have a
Understood.
vagina, right? If we're like, oh, well, they have to have a vagina, well, then under that parameter, every transgender woman who's had a vaginoplasty is now a woman in your book because they have vaginas.
And I understand that there are some transgender women that can go full, or what do they call it, post-op, or like get the full operation done. In my opinion, though, that still would not be a woman, because even if a man was to ejaculate inside of that person, they would still never be able to have
Okay,
a
but
child.
then you're saying that any woman who can't get pregnant and have a child is not a woman. That's what that falls down to, and you know that that's not the
No,
case.
I'm not saying that, but that woman is born with the
You are, but
genitalia of
no,
a
but
woman
hold on.
naturally.
Wait. If the genitalia makes you a woman, then it's not woman genitalia, right? It's the genitalia that makes you the woman, not the other way around. But if you're saying that the ability to have a child is what makes you a woman, then all infertile women are not women under that purview. Necessary conditions cannot have exceptions. They physically can't have them. Otherwise, rectangles would be
I understand, and I
squares
respect your
and
view and your
triangles would be
opinion on
squares.
that, but
That's not my
but
view.
for me,
Hold on, Antoine, are triangles squares?
are triangle squares? No.
No,
Triangle is a triangle.
because a
A square is
square
going to have four sides.
because a square has to have 4 sides. And the second you have
Yes,
either 5 sides or 3 sides, you're something else. You're not a square anymore. So if you're saying the
absolutely. But
necessary
by
condition is, and put this onto what we're talking about now, the 4 sides is childbirth. If you're saying the necessary condition is 4 sides, if you're saying the necessary condition is childbirth, and you take that away, and you wouldn't be a square, then you also wouldn't be a woman. But you would agree with me that there are women that can't give birth. So it can't be that thing.
I agree. And I get what you're saying, if we just go off genitalia. If a person is post-op and now that person has a vagina, now it's a woman, or a woman that's naturally born with a vagina is a woman. And then the same thing, like what you're saying with a woman that can't have babies is a woman that can't have children, versus the same as a trans woman that can't have babies either. So I get what you're saying on both of those arguments, and they're very good arguments, and I understand your view on those things. I mean, it makes sense. But for somebody, a man like me, it's like, You know, if I get your view, if I just base it off the genitalia, well, a post-op transgender woman can have the same genitalia. So, I mean, it's just a matter on I don't know. I mean, you're kind of it's not confusing, but I get what you're saying. And for somebody like me, I think that if you have a biological man who is a straight man and he has sex with a transgender woman, regardless of the genitalia post-op or pre-op, I would think he would still be gay.
Okay. So what you're saying to me, Antoine, if you met somebody who looked identical to me, they looked exactly like me, except they were born female and had a vagina, and you fucked that person, you're telling me you're straight? You meet a big, burly, bearded...
Say that one more time. I'm sorry. Say that one more time.
If you met someone that looks identical to me, like they look like they could be my twin, but they were born female and they have a vagina, and you fuck that person, you're telling me you're straight?
If they looked exactly like you,
Yep.
and they were born with the vagina,
yep,
that they are straight. Yeah, they were born with the vagina, and there is some women that have facial hair.
Not just facial hair, like full beard. You're fucking a full burly bearded. I think this idea.
She shouldn't have trimmed her face when she was younger.
I think this idea that our sexualities are tied strictly to genitals is so it's baffling to me. Like if you had sex with a 6 foot tall, burly bearded bodybuilder, just because he has a vagina, it doesn't make you straight. Let's just keep it $1.50, right? I think if you're attracted to femininity, right, there's something to be said about that. Like you are attracted to more feminine features. You're attracted to what is
there are
typically
some men
a
with
woman.
female traits that are feminine. There are some men that are like that.
So like personally, right, I have a genital preference. Like I tend not to really find penises attractive in the slightest, right? But like if I'm in a relationship or whatever it might be with someone who's trans and they check off all of the boxes that I'm attracted to them because of their femininity, because they look like what I'm attracted to in women, all these other things. I think to be like, well, that person's gay is so silly. It's just silly. And I don't think we can operate that way with the ever-changing landscape of gender. I just think it's silly too.
Yeah, I'm the type of person, man. I'm a straight dude, and I feel like once you cross that line, there is no turning.
But again, if you fuck someone that look like me, there's no way you're straight, right? If you fuck someone that look like me, you're not straight. Whether that person has a vagina or not, you're not straight if you fuck someone that looks like me.
It's probably just a desperate man, but you probably have women out here that like your type, you know. So
again.
But look, listen, man, you're a light-skinned brother, and you are intelligent, and I do respect your opinion and your view on these things. You know, we are different. We think a lot different than the rest of society. It's just you're on one side of the spectrum, and I'm on another side. And there are things that I do agree with you on, like systematic racism. I just don't believe in white privilege. I mean, because I am biracial. I'm both of them, so. I don't believe in white privilege, but I do believe in systematic.
I hate to break it to you.
Go ahead.
Biracial people are black. Biracial don't exist.
Yes, because back in the day, the KKK, they would have went after us before they would have went after a black person.
No, it's just because we meet the qualifiers the state puts on black people, right? Like I am also biracial.
Yeah, I understand that.
I'm half white.
That. Yeah.
The white part doesn't exist, actually. Like the only part that exists is your black part.
Not to a white person, no sir, it doesn't. And not to the black side. You're not accepted on either side.
I was accepted on either side. I don't know about you, but I was.
Yeah. You're not only with your black friends. You're the white boy. With your white friends, you're the black boy. So that's what I mean by that. Either side, you're the opposite of whatever.
To the state, you're black. To the state, you're black. Where white privilege matters, to the state, you're black 100% of the time.
But systematic racism, I mean, because I'm a felon, right? I've been to federal prison in 2010.
Antoine, I just want
went
to
in
point out, like,
2008.
if you agree systemic racism is real, you have to agree white privilege is real. Because you're saying that there is systemic racism. That means white people would not face systemic racism, which would mean they have a privilege that black people don't have, which is not having to deal with systemic racism.
And that's a good point, because if you take what I went to prison for, distribution of crack cocaine, if you have 500 grams of cocaine, you're going to go to prison for 1.5 years. But if you just had 5 grams of crack cocaine, it's a minimum mandatory 5-year sentence.
Yes,
So
I
where
know.
are they going to find the crack cocaine? They're not going to find it on the white guy. They're not going to find it in the suburbs. They're going to find it in the hood. And who's in the hood?
Yes.
The black folks. So
Yes, I know.
that's where I agree with you on the systematic racism, for sure. Because I'm a product
So then,
of,
yeah,
of
so
that
white
part
people
of it.
have, so then you agree with white privilege.
You saying it like that with your what you said, yeah, I definitely, okay. I can agree with you on that. Yeah, in that way, yes, sir.
Okay.
But as far as like the opportunities that we have in this country, because if you take me now, I got out of prison 5 years, bought a $150,000 home. My high school sweetheart took it all from me, and here it is now. I'm more successful than anybody that I know. Yeah, I make
White
sacrifices. I
privilege
live in a
isn't
freaking
saying, I just want to point something out real quick. White privilege is
yeah.
not saying that black people don't have opportunities. It's saying that white people do not face systemic racial barriers like black people do.
Okay, yeah, I agree with you on that. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We definitely have
All
an
right.
understanding on that. I agree with you on that.
Okay.
And I guess there is another thing that I was seeing on your list that I disagree with is gender affirming care for minors. I don't see that as right. If a person cannot have sex with a person that's under 18, right, or an adult, how can those same people make such an impacting decision on something that's going to impact the rest of their life?
Adults, parents specifically, make life-changing decisions for their children daily. Literally every day.
No, knowing that their children is not developed enough to make that decision because the parents are
Yes, the reason
being
why parents
persuaded
make
by their kids.
the
So.
reason why parents make life-altering decisions for their children is typically because children don't make those decisions for themselves because they're children.
Exactly.
So I don't know
how
what
has
your
this proven
what
to?
is
How is this proven to impact the kids when they get older?
gender affirming care is beneficial in raising the quality of life, in raising well-being, in lowering rates of suicide and lowering rates of other mental health comorbidities. The regret rate is incredibly low. It sits at the high of 3%. The detransition rate is even lower. Like, how is it beneficial? How does it help? How does it what's good? Everything about it is good.
From my understanding, these kids grow up, and they are suicidal. They do regret their decision.
They
They
don't.
do have mental health issues.
They don't.
They are committing mass shootings.
They're not.
From my understanding, I know the last couple that I've seen was
Okay.
from transgender.
The understanding of academia disagrees with everything you just said. Like, academia disagrees with you.
And that's okay. Like, that's okay to disagree. I disagree with a lot of stuff.
Yeah, but if
it's
you're
okay
disagreeing with
for me.
academia and you're disagreeing with the consensus of people who actually study this, that's a bad thing. Right? Because you're
And then
not
again,
disagreeing because you have some
can't agree with.
hold on, Antoine. You're not
Go
disagreeing because
ahead.
you have some expert insight to some other resource that proves otherwise. You're disagreeing because you just feel like it's yucky, so you don't like it.
And I'm the type of person I don't really have to like it. It doesn't really matter whether I like or what I don't like. If I feel like a lot of the stuff is conflicting with what I really truly believe.
But you're not
And
building
what
your
what I
beliefs.
think that I know, it's like, man, what's right is right, what's wrong is wrong, and I do know in the end times, what's right will
Antoine,
become
you're
wrong,
not
and what's wrong will
building
become
your
right.
beliefs based on the actual data. You're trying to fit the data into what you already believe. which is not
But
the way we should come to
as we
conclusions
know,
on
bro,
things.
all data is not the data that is right most of the time, not in this world.
Antoine, the only people who argue that like, well, the data, not all data is correct, is the people that haven't read the data. Like, of
And
course, not all data
I
is
haven't.
correct, but you're not
I haven't.
giving
Yeah.
me, you're not giving, if you're gonna say like the data is wrong, right? These studies are wrong. You need to point out the flaws of the study, the methodological flaws, the limitations. You need
And
to
I
do
don't
all of
know.
these things.
Yeah, and I don't know. I'm gonna be honest.
But
I
that's
don't
what I'm
know.
saying. You're not basing your beliefs on any information. You have the preconceived notion, and you're trying to fit the information to agree with you.
And yeah, okay. I mean, I really don't have a choice but to agree with you on that. I don't.
Yeah, so that's
So
just
yeah, you're
I don't
right.
I don't think
You're
that's
right
a
because
good
I
way to
don't have the
operate.
data, and I really truly don't know. Yes, yes, sir. So I mean, I have to agree with you. I'm an honest person, man. Like I have to agree with you. So like if I'm right, I'm right. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. And if I don't know, I just don't know. And I'm just that type of person. So
All right.
yeah.
Well, then what you should do is you should sit with that, right? And see if maybe thinking about it will change your belief system now.
Well, I don't see it changing my belief system. I can probably get insight into it and maybe try to understand, maybe why people make these decisions and the fact
Why
that, hey,
wouldn't
maybe they
why
don't
wouldn't it change
commit
your
these
belief
mass
system?
murders and decisions. But my belief, because it's just not something, it goes against my beliefs, just a transgenderism or gender ideology and all that stuff. It goes against my beliefs. It's just not really anything that I'm interested in, and I could say, yeah, it bothers me, even though it doesn't affect. Your argument would be, well, how does that affect your day-to-day life? It doesn't affect my day-to-day life. It's just what got
What
me into
it
this
has nothing to
subject
do
is,
with whether it
you
affects
know,
your day-to-day life. I'm just saying, why would you continue to hold a belief in something that you can't logically ground?
and that's where you just corrected me on, me getting an understanding into, maybe it hurting these kids in the long run. And me, I just want to believe that it does, and I understand what you're saying with that. It's just something that I even when we get off the phone, like I probably won't even look into it, bro. But I may, just because we just had this conversation, and I may want to get a type of understanding, a better understanding on it. It's just not something that I agree with, for lack of better words. I just don't agree with it at all.
Okay.
It goes against my inner core, like my true beliefs in God.
Okay.
Believing that God made people exactly, the way you were supposed to be at birth. He made you perfectly in his form, so but that's a whole nother subject. And I know how you all feel about God and all these things, and I'm not here to debate God. I'm a firm believer that God's word is undebatable. But yeah, I definitely understand some of your views and your opinions on these things, and man, I respect them. It's just I don't agree with them, a lot of them. So um yeah. And I guess there's other topics that we can get into. The Iran war is justified, unjustified. I say you're right in a sense, but you're wrong in a sense on the fact that if they did have uranium and could potentially produce a nuclear weapon, that it is justified.
All right. Well, we're gonna move
Capitalism
on.
is
We're gonna move on
selling.
now, Antoine. We're gonna move on now. There are
Okay,
people
yes
waiting.
sir, yes sir. Well, it was good talking to you, man, and you take care.
Sure thing. I just don't like when people like, yeah, you're giving me all this new information, but I'm not gonna look into it. I'm just gonna continue to believe what I believe. Like, what? Like, I don't know. Yeah. Be it. Thank you for the Venmo. Said your Justin roast gave me so much joy. W. Okay. Okay. Can we tell Jovan is getting, I won't say bored, but kind of bored today? Is that obvious? Okay. Coming up next is Carl. Carl from California. Carl wants to talk about trans men and women being men and women. Carl, what are your age and what's your age and pronouns, please?
My age is 36, and my pronouns are he, him.
Okay. Now, Carl, you are also calling in to talk about trans men and women being men and women. Now, Carl, just so that you're aware, I believe trans men and women are men and women because there is no single biological trait that is both necessary and exceptionless for defining man and woman. Therefore, it appears to be more of a sociological or psychological classification than a biological one. Do you disagree? And if so, why?
Well, personally, well, not personally. I, in my experience, have concluded that male and female refer to something that doesn't map to trans people when people use it in common parlance.
Why would I be worried about that?
Oh, I mean, I don't know. I thought we were talking about whether or not they are by definition.
Yeah, men or women. Why would I be worried about
men
whether
or women?
male or yeah? Why would I be worried about whether male or female map onto them?
Oh, no, I mean, because my the standard definition is that a female or sorry, a woman is an adult human female.
Yeah,
and a man is an adult human man.
Sure, our definitions.
Or sorry, an adult human male, right? So in that definition,
Carl,
inherent is like
Carl. Are definitions descriptive or prescriptive?
It's just descriptive. This is descriptive.
Yeah. So then why would I be worried?
Most definitions are descriptive.
Yeah. So why would I be worried about just because that definition tells me that that's what a woman is? Why would I be worried about that? It's just
what do we mean by R then? What do we mean by R if not
no
the definition?
It's not, hold on. If your definition is descriptive, then it doesn't do anything for the argument. It's not prescribing correctness.
No,
it's just describing how that word tends to be used.
No, you're saying they are men and women, right?
We're not talking about what I'm saying. We're talking
we're not saying whether or not they should be considered men and women. We're talking about whether they are or not.
Carl, if you are going to make the claim that they are not, because the standard definition says this, but that definition is not prescriptive, that's not a good argument.
Wait,
the definition's not prescriptive.
Wait, hold on. Is the definition of addition prescriptive?
What?
Is the definition of addition prescriptive?
Carl, what does prescriptive mean? When I say the definition is not prescriptive,
it means that someone ought to use this definition for a reason. We prescribe using this definition.
No.
What does it mean then?
It means it's implying correctness. It's saying this is how the word must. Yes, that's what prescriptive means.
No. That is relegated to definitions.
Carl, you don't know what prescriptive definitions mean? Like, are we for real?
Okay. What do you think the distinction between prescriptive and descriptive is?
Prescriptive refers to establishing, prescribing, or enforcing specific rules, standards, and directions on how things must be done, rather than describing how they currently are done.
How they should be done. Why?
Because it's implying
correctness. Correctness in what sense?
Rules. It's saying that
it's not just correctness. It's how they should be done based on what our goals are.
A prescriptive definition would mean that it's saying that this is the instructions on the rule set for this definition. This is how this definition must be used. A descriptive definition tells us that this is how the definition is currently used, typically when we poll.
How they should be used, right? But based
So
on
if
what?
you're telling me
A prescriptive definition says how it should be used. That's not what the question is. It's what are men and women?
no, Carl, you're not tracking.
Not what we should call trans men and
Carl,
women.
you're
That's
not
not what the
tracking.
question is.
You're not tracking. You're not tracking. When you respond to me that the reason why trans men and women are not men and women is because the definition does not map onto what they are, you are now not giving me a
Yes.
descriptive definition. You're giving me a prescriptive one.
No, I've given you a descriptive definition.
Then you can't say the reason they aren't this is because it doesn't map to the definition if
Yeah.
the definition is descriptive.
No, I'm prescribing that language should have a fixed meaning. Is that what you mean?
Holy shit.
That we should both be referring to the same things when we use words, right?
Holy shit.
So when I'm
Carl,
appealing
when
to like
say,
a public definition of
when
men and women,
is an adult
what I mean
human
is
female, is that a descriptive or prescriptive definition?
it is a descriptive definition.
Then you can't say in an argument the reason why you're literally doing an appeal to definitions fallacy. Like quite literally. Have you heard of that?
You're not
fallacy
asking
before?
why should
Have
we
you
call
heard of that
trans
fa-
women
Have you heard of that
women?
fallacy before?
No.
Great. Let me tell you what an appeal to definitions fallacy is. I'll read it to you verbatim.
Mhm.
Using a dictionary's limited definition of a term as evidence that that term cannot have another meaning, expanded meaning, or even conflicting meaning.
I didn't
This is
say
a
it couldn't have
fallacy
another
because
meaning.
dictionaries don't reason. They simply are a reflection of an abbreviated version of the current accepted use of a term as determined by argumentation and eventual acceptance. In short, dictionaries tell you what a word meant according to the authors at the time of its writing, not what it meant before that time, after, or what it should mean.
Okay. All right. But that's not what the question is talking about. It's not asking whether trans women should or shouldn't be called male or female. It's asking whether or not they are that. Right?
There's no way. Carl, there's no way.
We're not arguing over prescriptions right now. We're arguing over whether or not male and female is a descriptive term, or sorry, man and woman is a descriptive term that can be used to identify trans men and trans women. Right? That's what we're arguing.
There's no way. We gotta be.
No, there's a way.
I gotta be getting punked.
No, we're not. No, there's no gotta be.
Just getting punked right now.
No, you're not.
I'm definitely getting punked right now.
No, I think maybe, I don't know, I could answer the question.
Carl, you told me the reason why trans men and women can't be men and women is because they don't fit the standard definition of what a woman
Yeah,
is.
by definition, yeah.
That's a fallacy.
How?
Do I have to read the fallacy again for you?
Dude, I don't.
Here's
okay,
an
all right.
example
It's
of
like
the
you
fallacy.
saying.
Here's the example of the fallacy.
It's like you
Here's an
saying.
example
It's like you
of the
saying
fallacy. Carl,
that
I'm gonna give you,
two
Carl,
is
no,
not.
no.
It's
Carl,
like you.
Carl, I'm gonna give you an example
What?
of the fallacy so you can understand what you're doing, because this is getting so truly embarrassing. Let's say there's two people,
Is
person A and
2.5
person B.
is 2.5
Carl,
a
I don't know why.
integer or not? Is 2.5 an integer or not?
Carl, I'm gonna give you an example of the fallacy you're using. Okay.
Okay.
So that you can understand how you're failing here. Person one says, "Do you think gay marriage should be legalized?" Person two says, "No. Marriage is defined as the union between a man and a woman, not between two men or two women." Person one goes, "Did you know that in 1828, the dictionary definition of marriage included for securing the maintenance and education of children? Does that mean all married couples who can't or choose not to have children aren't really married?" Caller number.
Wait, are we arguing about whether or not we should change the
just
definition
means-
of male and
Jesus
female,
Christ,
or
Carl,
man and
maybe
woman?
I should just move on, Carl, because this is getting.
No, I'm just wondering.
Should I move on?
Should
I move to somebody else? Carl, the definition doesn't matter because it's descriptive.
It does matter, though.
No, it doesn't. Because it's descriptive. No, it doesn't because it's descriptive.
Can I ask you a question?
No, it does.
No, you can't just say that, though.
Yes, you.
Carl.
Can
I ask you?
What does
Can I ask
descriptive
you a
mean,
question?
Carl? What is Carl? There's no fucking shot, dude.
It
Ask
means
whatever
it
question you want.
expresses the features that are necessary to identify the object in the set.
No,
right?
That's not what descriptive means.
How can you have a description without identifying qualities that
Descriptive
allow it to
definitions
exist
mean
in the
that
set?
you don't know what descriptive definitions are. You don't. When I ask you
I'm
the difference
I'm using a non-standard definition.
When I ask you no, you're using the definition of descriptive, but you're not telling me what a descriptive definition is versus a prescriptive definition. And I'm swear to God, we've like I don't know how many times I can point out to you the fallacy you're using. I don't know how many times I can point out to you what it means when a definition is descriptive versus prescriptive. I don't know like what
No, I don't have a problem with that.
How Oxford talks
I
about
don't have a problem with the
descriptive
definition
versus,
between prescriptive and descriptive is.
You
The
clearly
problem is the
do.
initial phrasing of the question, or the initial phrasing of the the initial phrasing of the claim.
You clearly,
Right? The initial phrasing of the claim is an "are" statement. It's not an "is-ought" about whether or not male and female or woman and man can be ascribed to these objects.
Let me just is my assertion that trans men and women are men and women, is that assertion wrong because the dictionary definition of woman is an adult human female? Yes or no?
No, it's not about the dictionary definition. It's about the definition used by people.
That's what a dictionary definition is. Carl.
No, not necessarily.
Yeah. Brother, there's no way. Chat, which one of you is punking me right now? It's one of you. I don't know who. Which one is punking me right now? I have to be getting punked.
Like, can I ask you a question? Is 2.5 an integer?
Relevance.
Is it an integer?
Relevance.
No, I'm just wondering, is 2.5 an integer?
Relevance.
I'm asking you because 2.5 is a stand-in for the genders, and ascribing whether or not it is a man or woman is akin to suggesting that this thing is an integer or not.
You're not telling me the
Does that analogy hold?
I didn't ask for an analogy. I asked for the relevance to the debate.
Oh yeah. And so by analogy, I've described the relevance to the debate. Is that cool?
No, you haven't.
I have. I've given you that 2.5 is a stand-in for the thing we're supposing exists in one of these sets, right? Like, let's say we have a trans woman.
Cleanly map. Your analogy does not cleanly map.
What about it doesn't completely cleanly map?
Because that's not how gender works.
Wait, okay, hold on. I don't understand how that's not how I'm assuming this is how all concepts work.
Here, make your full analogy again. Go ahead and make your full analogy again.
Is 2.5 an integer or not?
Well, it's not. That's a question, not an analogy.
Yeah, this is a question. The analogy will become apparent later after your answer.
Why don't you just do the analogy now?
If 2.5, if you're considering 2.5 as an integer, then you're wrong according to our definition of integer. Right? We can have discussions on whether or not that should be the definition of integer that we use. Right?
Yeah. So again, your whole argument is fallacious.
If I say I believe that 2.5 is an integer, right? Not by standard definition, right? At the very least, we can say that, right? That's not true. Now, whether or not we should consider it like it to be an integer is a different question. We can make progress on that line, right? But
yeah, your whole argument's fallacious, and you just showed me again how it's fallacious.
No, but how though? How is it fallacious?
If you consider blank to be blank, then you're wrong according to our definition. Do I have to read you what an appeal to definitions fallacy is again?
We are asking a definitional question, though.
I'll read it again.
We are actually asking a definitional
limited
question.
Definition of a term is evidence that term cannot have another meaning, expanding meaning, or even conflicting meaning. Should I read it a third time? Because I will.
Yeah, I understand it can have a conflicting meaning.
So then when you say the phrase blank is or is not blank because of the dictionary, then that's a fallacy. It's a fallacious argument. Dictionaries, they're not precise. They lack depth. They're not they are literally just a snapshot.
But you're acting like there's no point in having a discussion as to whether or not something.
I didn't realize that I had finished talking, Carl. No, you're fine. Go ahead.
I'm just wondering, do you think there's no point in talking about definitions?
I think there's no point in using the argument that because the definition is X, then Y can't be Z. That's the fallacy. I don't know how many times, I don't know how to be clearer about this.
It's not. The definition of X is such that, like, A is equal to B, where A is not C, and you're saying that C is B.
And we're just deeper into the fallacy. We're just
I'm
deeper and deeper and deeper. Your
what
argument
does it mean
can't
for something
be that because the definition is blank, then Y can't be Z. That's a fallacy.
Yeah, but
there's another reason you believe trans men and women are not men and women, and it's not just because the dictionary says they aren't. That's a fallacy. Even if we want to say, well, the definition doesn't claim that they are. Well, actually, it does.
No, it's not a fallacy to say that they aren't by definition. It's a fallacy to say they aren't, therefore they shouldn't be, right? That's the fallacy.
This is insane.
I'm not saying they shouldn't be. I'm not making that argument at all. I'm saying they're not by definition.
That's the fallacy.
Which is an answer to the question, like
using a dictionary's limited definition of a term as evidence that term cannot have another meaning, expanded meaning, or even conflicted meaning. So when you go, well, the dictionary says that they're not.
It can't have another meaning.
The dictionary says, well, you are, because you're saying the dictionary only says this one definition, therefore they're not.
I'm saying this is the meaning that we have ascribed to this word, right? We have a particular meaning, and trans people don't fit into that meaning. That isn't to say that we shouldn't redefine the meaning or anything like that. That's just to say that as it stands, they aren't.
They actually are per the definition.
No, not per the definition.
Yes, per the definition.
Well, adult human male or adult human female?
Go to Merriam-Webster right now and type in woman. And what does it tell you?
Well, that's the thing. I'm using the definition that people use, not the explicit Merriam-Webster dictionary. Right?
How do you know that your definition is what? How do you know that yours? How do you know that that's what they mean? How do you know that that's what they mean?
I guess like historical research into the usage of these terms in
specifically. Be specific. Don't be vague.
There's I have to actually look up
because you didn't. You're just saying this is the definition that people mean, and because I say this is the definition people mean, that this is the definition people mean. You didn't actually look up historical resources, or you would have them. You're just saying this is what people have always meant, so this must be what people have always meant.
I mean, okay.
You're not grounding what you just said, Carl. Carl, you didn't ground what you just said in anything. Quite literally, I asked you to ground it in something, and you didn't. I must be getting punked.
Okay, so a woman is commonly defined as an adult human female.
Based on what?
The Merriam-Webster's dictionary.
Great. So Merriam-Webster is saying that. So we just went back. You're like, well, I don't have to use Merriam-Webster. Now we're just back there. Wonderful. Merriam-Webster defines it as an adult female person, right? That's how Merriam-Webster defines woman. It's how they commonly define it.
Yeah.
So what's a female? Because we've just kicked the can down the road. So now we have to know what a female is. How does Merriam-Webster define female?
All right, let's go. Female. Of or relating to or being the sex that typically has the capacity to bear young or produce eggs.
Yep.
Botany.
That's definition A. What's definition B?
Having a gender identity that is opposite of male.
Beautiful. Thank you for agreeing with me that trans men and women are men and women. Thank you.
Because I didn't.
One of the definitions. One of the definitions is having a gender identity that is opposite of male, which trans women
wait.
I'm sorry. Did you not tell me that we're going definitions?
So as long as one of the definitions is the case, that is.
How do you think
you're saying they are because that?
No, your argument was they aren't. I don't know why you keep going they are. Like, we're analyzing your logic here. Your argument was they aren't because the definition doesn't allow them to be. Yet, interestingly enough, when we pulled up the definition,
and you're saying there are because there's one definition that says,
oh my God,
you're right,
Carl, do you know what an internal critique is? Have you ever heard of that before?
Yeah, I have.
I'm not making the claim
sure
here.
That your logic is self-consistent.
I'm not making the claim. I am analyzing your claim to be wrong because of this thing that shows that your claim is wrong.
But you are making a claim. You're making a claim about whether they are or are not
But
women.
my reason for them being has nothing to do with what the definition is. Yours does. So it's an internal critique on your claim. I don't know why this is so hard for you.
I think this is the preferred definition. I think when you the first definition is the preferred definition that people typically use.
I don't care if people typically use the first one. That doesn't matter because there are multiple definitions.
Yeah, but what do we mean by "are" then? It means justifiably
Goodbye,
refers to this thing.
Fucking goodbye. I'm over this. Come on, dude. There's no way. What do we mean by "are"? Get the fuck. Yeah, then he moved from a appeal to definitions fallacy to an ad populum fallacy. Well, this is true because more people say it's true. It's just an ad populum fallacy. My God. Like, brother. Natalie, thank you for the Venmo, for the mental tax. Divinity Dawn, thank you for the Cash App. You can lead a horse to water or whatever. True. And Brandy, thank you for the Cash App. Make Carl shut up. We did. We did. Don't worry. It's just so stupid, dude. It's so dumb. I don't understand how people don't understand logical critiques. I don't get it. An internal critique is not me saying that this is the case. This is the reason I believe this. It's saying the reason you believe this is flawed because of this. I'll never understand. Give me 1 second, chat. I'm just like, I'm just so fucking annoyed, dude. Anyway. Let's bring up the next caller. Coming up next is Nick. Nick is calling to talk about topic number 1, the Iran war being unjustified. Nick, if you can hear me, please provide me with your age and pronouns.
Can you hear me all right? Because I'm about to take my Bluetooth headphones out if you can't hear me good.
I would take the Bluetooth headset out, yeah.
Okay. I figured, but I wasn't 100%. Sorry. All right, can you hear me now?
Yes, I can. Can you just let me know your
Okay.
age and pronouns, Nick?
I am 35.
And your pronouns?
I do not have pronouns. They're normal.
You don't have pronouns, like, at all.
I don't care to give pronouns. No.
You don't care to give them? What does that mean?
Concept of it. You know what my pronouns are.
No one can hear you. No one can hear you now. Hello? Hello?
Hello?
We can't hear you, Nick.
Oh my god. Can you hear me now? Sorry.
Yes.
But yeah, the Bluetooth headphones turned back on. I'm sitting here and I'm like, what happened?
All right. What'd you say your pronouns
Let me
were?
make sure that doesn't happen again.
Sure.
All right, there we go. Sorry about that.
What'd you say your pronouns were?
He, him.
There we go. Okay, Nick, he, him, calling about the Iran war being justified. Nick, I believe the Iran war is unjustified because there wasn't any clear evidence of any nuclear threat that required military action. Do you disagree? And if so, why?
I do disagree.
Why?
They were. God, it's pouring out here. They based on our CIA. I shouldn't say CIA, but based on our government's investigation and Israel's investigation, they were. I also tried to find the clip. I couldn't find the clip, but there was a clip that I heard of an Iranian official saying that yes, they were making a bomb, but they were
Okay, so let me burst your bubble on something real quick, Nick. I'm going to burst your bubble.
Go for it.
That clip, that Iranian official was talking about 2003 when they initially started their nuclear weapons program.
Yes, and I'm sure they never stopped.
Oh, you think so? You want to bet?
I do think they never stopped. Correct.
Okay, I'm going to read you, and I quote from the United States. This is from Tulsi Gabbard. This is the United States Threat Assessment Report that we did in 2005. I'm going to read you directly the quote from it. Okay, this is Trump's own intelligence agency putting this report out. We continue to assess Iran is not building a nuclear weapon and that Khamenei has not reauthorized the nuclear weapons program he suspended in 2003, though pressure has probably built on him to do so. End quote. Now, what was, I must have missed something because you said that they didn't suspend their nuclear weapons program. So I'm confused.
Okay, so they did then, but they were certainly working on it now. They were enriching uranium up to 60%.
Sorry, they were working on the nuclear weapons program now. That's interesting because the head of the International Atomic Energy Agency said there's no proof they had restarted their nuclear weapons program. The Arms Control Association said that Iran posed no nuclear threat. And then we said that they didn't restart their nuclear weapons program. So what evidence do you have that shows that they did?
Who's we?
The United States Threat Assessment, the one we do every year. The U.S. government. So do you have any reports that say otherwise? I've not read these reports. Where are they?
The IAPA, I'm pretty sure it came out and said that they were enriching uranium up to 60%. Why would you enrich uranium up to 60%?
I don't care why they're doing something they're legally allowed to do in their country. The question is, did they restart their nuclear weapons program?
They weren't legally allowed to do it during the JCPOA.
Because
they were doing it.
Nope, they didn't do it during the JCPOA. They didn't enrich up to 60% during the JCPOA.
So they just, where's your proof of that?
Literally every report we put out every year about their continued compliance in the JCPOA.
You think they were complying with the JCPOA?
I think that the government said they were complying during the JCPOA, yes. Not just
which
I
government?
think they were complying.
Obama?
Us, our government.
Yeah, Obama's government. The one that was giving them the hundreds of millions of dollars.
I'm sorry, what money were we giving them?
Hundreds of millions of dollars.
Where'd that money come from?
Taxpayers?
No, It was from sanctions that we placed on Iran. It was Iran's money. We were giving it back to them. The money that was theirs that we were just returning to them, that when we signed the agreement, we agreed we would give them back the money that we took from them. Wow, I can't believe we gave them back their own money. That's so bad of us.
Yeah, well, what are sanctions used for? To stop stop countries from doing nefarious things.
And they
That
did
is what we
by
use sanctions
signing
for,
the
but they
nuclear
didn't.
agreement.
Right, and then how long after Trump left the JCPA were they back able to enrich at 60% and have a material?
Within like they enriched within like a year and a half. Which they said they were
It was
going to
2
do.
weeks.
They said it. No, it was a year and a half. They said if Trump
No,
pulls
it was
out
2
of
weeks.
no, it wasn't. They said if Trump
Yes,
pulls
it
out
was.
of the nuclear agreement, we're going to enrich up to 60%, so that we have a deterrent in case people try to mess with us, which they did. They enriched up
And
to
it took 2
60%
weeks.
like they said they were going to. No, it took like a year and a half.
Not what I read.
Well, considering you haven't given me any sources for anything you've said, I don't know that you've really read anything.
I told you what the JCPA said. Or not JCPA.
No, you didn't.
Not the JCPA.
You also
work text at the same
you didn't
time.
tell me what the
Sorry.
threat assessment said either. You haven't given me anything.
Right, but who's doing these things? It's kind of like with the debate you were talking about the last guy. Just because somebody puts on the dictionary website doesn't mean they didn't do it for political means.
If you are making a claim, by the way, let me just fact check you real quick. The United States withdrew from the JCPOA on May 8th of 2018. Iran began enriching up to 60% purity in April of 2021. So I actually gave you a shorter timeline. It actually took them like 4 years. So
and where are you getting those numbers from?
Where am I from? The official reports, from our reports, from our national intelligence agencies.
Right, during Biden, who was one of the people who wanted it.
Biden wanted what? Biden tried to get us back into a treaty with them. What are you talking about?
Correct.
Trump wanted us out of the nuclear deal.
Correct. So if the let's say, just hear me out on this. Let's say that it was 2 weeks.
No, why would we do that when it wasn't? What? Let's say
because he wants to get back into a treaty with them.
What? Let's say it was something that didn't happen.
Absolutely. You think politicians don't lie about stuff like that?
What are you talking about?
Absolutely.
Hey, let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question.
Go ahead.
2021. When did Biden become president?
2021.
What month?
January.
So you think Biden could negotiate a full treaty back with them in 3 months? That's what I
think
thought.
Biden could have negotiated a treaty with them in like 6 minutes.
Nick, I'm starting to not believe you're 35, because a 35-year-old would be able to provide more information than this. Why didn't Trump renegotiate a treaty with them?
It's hard to.
Why did Trump not renegotiate?
He tried to.
No, he didn't.
Not a treaty where we're not sanctioning them and they're not doing anything. No.
Again, you have no proof that they weren't following the JCPA. You have none. You haven't given me any. You don't believe anyone in the government but Donald Trump, is what you're telling me, and Israel. You simp for those two. Everybody in international committees were saying this wasn't happening. Our own threat assessments were saying this wasn't happening. But you believe Donald Trump. Donald Trump said it was happening, so you're like, oh, I believe this.
I don't always agree. First of all, I don't agree with everything Trump does. I don't
think
that everything he says is right. Yes,
even though he lied about the reason he attacked Iran.
He did not lie about the reason. He's been talking about this since before the escalator.
Did Iran restart their nuclear weapons program? Yes or no?
Yes.
What proof? Where's your proof? What proof?
Again, the proof that I have, or the proof that you don't, the proof that I would have, or the proof that you would have.
Any proof,
let me finish. You've cut me off like 20 times, dude. Like, how am I supposed to make my argument if you keep?
When you got a substantive argument,
because you're not letting me make the argument.
Sure, make the argument.
Okay. Any of that information is strictly confidential, and we don't have that information. So Trump could be lying, Trump could be telling the truth. Neither of us knows the actual response to that.
Nick, it's
I
not
just happen to trust
confidential. We
them
put out
more.
official reports about it every year. No, it is not confidential. What?
I happen to trust them more. I trust them more than the groups that were constantly.
You trust the known liar over official reports. Should we go over Trump's track record of lying? Should we go over his track record of lying?
Can I make my point?
You've made your point. It's dumb.
I haven't finished my point.
You've made the point. It's a dumb point. Your point is you trust Trump versus the official reports, but you can't tell me why.
No, that's not what I'm saying. You're putting words in my mouth.
That's exactly what you just said.
No, I didn't. I couldn't finish the sentence.
Do I have to play the tape back?
You cut me off.
I can play the tape back. Fine.
I
said I won't cut you off. Let's hear it.
Okay. I trust in Israel when they stuff Netanyahu, when they say stuff more than I trust people in the opposite, because they're constantly making claims like the Gaza war is a the Gaza war is a genocide, which is strictly not true.
So you disagree with the UN's Council on Genocide that met and found that Israel had met 4 of the 5 qualifiers of genocide. You disagree with that?
Yes, absolutely.
Based on what? Based on what?
Well, tell me what those 4 or 5 things were.
Wait, but if you disagree with it, you don't know why you disagree with it? You don't even know
well,
what it is,
I don't know I don't know exactly what the 4, but usually
Here,
what the UN says is a bunch of bullshit.
Just tell me why you think Israel's not committing a genocide. You tell me. Why aren't they?
Okay, because a genocide is intentionally. This is my definition of genocide. Again, I'm on my phone in my work truck, so I don't have
your definition
the internet to pull up the actual definition or like the official definition or anything like that. But genocide is the intentional killing of a group of people because of who they are. Would you disagree with that?
I would say that's too broad. I'd say the definition is a bit more specific than that.
Okay, well,
but just confirming, you would disagree with the United Nations Genocide Convention that they did in 1948 after the Holocaust. You disagree with what they claim a genocide is.
I don't think that anybody who is on that group are still alive doing the stuff today.
What?
But I don't know what their definition is.
That's not what I asked you.
Well, let me try and clarify what I mean. What I mean is, like, again, I don't know what that definition is that you were speaking of for me to be able to determine whether or not that definition is right or wrong. But the fact of the matter is, Israel was targeting terrorists in the Gaza Strip, and they were not targeting civilians.
I'm sorry. Then why were civilians dying?
Because they were next to the terrorists.
So Israel's so bad at targeting that they were just blowing up people that were standing next to the terrorists.
No, the terrorists were hiding beneath the civilians.
Oh, so Israel said there are terrorists hiding beneath the civilians. We're going to blow up the civilians to get to the terrorists. Why was Israel withholding aid from the civilian groups? Why have they been found guilty in international courts of withholding aid?
First of all, the international court, I mean, Israel could sit there and walk into a 7-Eleven and give somebody $5.
That's not what I asked you. Why were they found guilty of withholding aid?
Because they're Jewish.
Nope. It's because they withheld aid.
That's 100% why.
No, Nick. It's because they withheld
They also
aid.
supplied way more aid than anybody else.
No, they didn't.
Oh, yes, they did.
No, they didn't. Evidence? Exactly.
Again, I'm on my phone in my work truck. I don't have the evidence in front of me right now.
The issue is, Nick, that you're simping for Zionism. You have no evidence of any of the shit you say. You just say it because your TV told you to say it. You said it because your TV told you to say it. Yes, you did. I bet you believe that Israel is in the right in this too. I bet you believe that Palestine started all this. I bet you believe that too, don't you?
This war goes back countless generations, but the recent invasion into the Gaza Strip was strictly because of October 7th.
So Israel bombing multiple places in the Gaza Strip prior to October 7th. That wasn't the recent. Within the same year, there were bombings in the Gaza Strip in August of that year.
Let me ask you
didn't
this.
count though, right? That didn't count.
And Gaza was bombing Israel.
No, they weren't.
Oh, yes, they were.
Israel
Come
has
on,
the
get
Iron
off it.
Dome. Gaza wasn't doing shit. Israel has an Iron Dome. Nick, this
Yeah,
is so,
and
this is such lazy.
which is like 99%
so
effective.
lazy.
I mean, well, it's more than that. But
This is so lazy. Why
there's
in
still
March of
missiles that get
2025 did Israel block all humanitarian aid to the Gaza Strip? They did it in March of 2025.
You know, I remember hearing about this, and I'm trying to rack my brain because it's been a year and some months. Because I remember exactly, or I remember when it happened. I just can't remember what the reasoning was.
And you were just like, yes, I'm so happy Israel's stopping those fucking terrorists. Yeah, fuck that aid. I don't care the kids are dying. Fuck all that aid. Yeah, we know. Nick.
Well, who's at fault?
Israel.
No, why?
Because
why?
Because they forcibly removed millions of Palestinians from their homes, forced them into the Gaza Strip, put them inside of a fucking open air prison
so they
where
weren't
they've
being
been
used as
for
fucking human
decades.
shields.
No.
Every single person who died in the Gaza Strip is the fault of Hamas. Every single one of them.
This is so stupid of you. What about all the people
Every
that
single
died?
one of them.
What about all the people that died before Hamas was formed that Israel killed? Are those Hamas's fault? What about all the people that Israel killed? What about all the people that died? What about all the people that died when Israel did the Nakba? Was that Hamas's fault?
Again, Hamas wasn't there, so how would it be Hamas's fault?
Whose fault
There's
was
other
whose
organizations?
Whose fault was all
let me
those deaths?
let me ask you a
Whose fault was the
question. Let
deaths
me ask
from the
you a
Nakba?
question.
Whose fault was the deaths from the Nakba?
Let me ask you a question.
No, answer what I just asked you.
I don't know anything about that. That's
you don't know what the Nakba is, do you fucking clown?
I have been nothing but polite to you. Don't call me names.
I don't give a fuck that you've been polite to me. You're sitting here simping for fucking genociders. Eat my ass, you've been polite. I don't give a fuck about your politeness, Nick. I don't give two
It's not
fucking
genocide,
shits, bro.
It's not genocide.
Well, that's interesting because Israel was found. Let's count all the things that they were found to be doing by the international
by a bunch of people who hate Jews.
Let's just count all the shit. You know the Jewish people sit on the international courts too, you fucking clown. You know that? Did you know Jewish people sit on the international courts?
What did the U.S. say on
it? You fucking
what
joke
did the
of a
U.S.
human
say
being.
on it?
You fucking clown.
What did the U.S. say on
Let's talk about all the shit. You're muted now, dumb fuck. Let's talk about all the shit Israel was found to be doing. Purposely killing members of a group, purposely causing serious bodily or mental harm to said group, deliberately inflicting conditions intended to destroy the group physically, and preventing births within the group have all been found by Israel to being committed by the United Nations Genocide Convention. But that's not enough for you, is it, Nick, you fucking piece of shit? It's not enough that Israel's killed countless fucking children at this point. It's not enough that most of Gaza's population was under the age of 18. It's not enough that they're killing people because they're quote unquote human shields. None of that's enough for you, is it, Nick? Will it be enough when Palestine is wiped completely off the map? Hey, here's a better question, Nick. Here's a better question for you. If it's about Hamas, why does Israel keep fucking killing Palestinians in the West Bank? If it's about Hamas, Nick. Hamas isn't in the West Bank, Nick. How come they keep forcing Palestinians out of their homes in the West Bank, Nick? How come they keep killing them in the West Bank, Nick? You got an answer, bud? Do you have an answer for me, bud? Hamas sure ain't there. Who's in the West Bank, Nick? Nick, who's in the West Bank? Who are they looking for in the West Bank, Nick?
Am I unmuted?
No shit, you're unmuted. Did you hear the beep?
I did hear the beep. I wasn't.
Oh, okay. So then you're unmuted.
Yes, but I was.
Who are they kill? Who are they after in the West Bank, Nick?
Hezbollah.
So Hezbollah has infiltrated Israel, is what you're saying?
No, but they shoot missiles from there.
No. Wait. So they haven't. The West Bank is in Israel. So you're saying Hezbollah is in Israel right now?
No, I'm saying that's the threat to the West Bank.
So, my question for you again, since Hezbollah is not in the West Bank, and Israel is forcing Palestinians out of their homes in the West Bank and killing Palestinians in the West Bank, Nick, who are they going after in the West Bank? It's not Hezbollah, because Hezbollah is not in the West Bank, Nick.
They're going after Hamas.
Hamas is not in the West Bank either, Nick.
How do you know? Have you
Because
been there?
Israel has said time and time again, the West Bank is safe and Hamas is not there. Nick, the people you trust the most, Israel, Netanyahu, they're the ones who tell us that they're not in the West Bank, Nick.
Okay, well, I will talk about things that I know about, and I'm not gonna. I don't.
You mean you don't
particularly?
have
I haven't heard anything about the West Bank
of this whole conflict, but you know for certain that Israel's not committing a genocide. But you don't know these things about the conflict. But you know for certain. You know for sure they're not committing a genocide.
I don't know about the West Bank.
You know for sure, but you don't. But you don't know about the rest of because the conflict is only in the West, in the Gaza Strip,
right? Can I ask the question
it's
that I wanted to ask?
It's not like the conflict isn't anywhere else, right? It's just in the West. It's just in the West Bank. It's just in the Gaza Strip, right? You hear yourself?
My claim was that they did not commit a genocide in Gaza. That was my claim.
Do you hear yourself?
Am I wrong?
Yes, you're wrong. Yes.
Okay, so my claim that they're not committing a genocide in Gaza is wrong because of the West Bank, which is
your claim they're not committing the genocide in Gaza is wrong because Israel has been forcibly killing members of the group, forcibly causing serious bodily harm and mental harm to the group, deliberately inflicting conditions intended to destroy the group physically, and preventing births within the group. That's why you're wrong.
Right, but all of the people who are saying that would say that Israel was on the wrong even if they didn't shoot a single missile there.
Nope, they wouldn't. You know how I know they wouldn't? Because they didn't claim Israel was committing a genocide up until past October 7th, you goofy. This conflict has been going on since the 40s.
What would happen?
Shut the fuck up.
What would happen if Israel...
Shut the fuck up. Israel has been in conflict with Palestine since the 40s. And the UN... National Genocide Convention has existed since 1948, and they have at no point in their history claimed Israel was committing a genocide until 2025, Nick. So no, they wouldn't just say it because they hate Jews, because that's your cop-out, because you don't have any fucking actual knowledge about this. You're just supporting a genocide because you don't like brown people. Let's just keep it fucking $1.50. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about at all. So again, and I'm going to say it again, do you have an actual answer to anything, or is it just going to be, they don't like the Jews? What's your actual fucking stance on something?
How many,
you provide
what
substance?
Percentage of people in Israel are brown, you racist fuck?
What percentage of people in Israel is brown is your response?
There's more brown people in Israel than white people, you dumbass. You just called all Jews white.
That's your fucking retort.
Yeah,
no, I didn't call all Jews white, Nick. No, I didn't, you idiot.
You said the reason that I support Israel is because they're not brown.
No, I said it's because you don't like brown people. So the reason you support the killing of Palestinians...
but I like Israel even though they're mostly brown.
The reason you support the killing of Palestinians because you don't like brown people. But fun fact, the predominant race of Israel... No, I support
the killing of terrorists.
The predominant race of Israel is white, you idiot.
No, the majority.
You want to bet? You want to bet? How much do you want to bet? How much do you want to bet? How much do you want to fucking bet me? How much do you want to fucking bet me? 73% of the population of Israel are Ashkenazi Jews from Europe. You fucking idiot. You fucking moron.
What would happen if Israel dropped all their guns right now?
Dumbass,
what would happen
Nick?
If Israel dropped all their guns right now?
I'm not moving anywhere, Nick, until you admit you were just wrong. Admit it. Admit it. Admit you were wrong.
I'll have to look it up myself, but assuming that
of course you'd have to look it up.
I'm working. Hang on. Give me a second.
Why would you know?
Assuming,
why would you make a claim?
Assuming you're telling me the truth, then I was wrong.
Because you have never researched this a day in your life.
No,
You've never looked it up, Nick, a day in your life.
I have heard the opposite of that.
I don't give a fuck what you've heard. You never looked it up, Nick. You trust whoever tells you everything. You've never decided, let's go and fact check this. Maybe they could be lying to me. Who knows?
What would happen? What would happen if Israel dropped all their guns right now and said we're not fighting anybody else? What would happen? We're not gonna.
Then what Hamas has been saying since day. What Hamas has been saying that would happen since day one, there would be a ceasefire. Hamas is, in fact, it's kind of crazy.
What is Hamas's charter, dude?
It's kind of hilarious that charter hasn't been in effect since the 90s. You dumbass clown. It's kind of hilarious.
No.
It's kind of hilarious.
I'm not saying
Nick,
what if they stop
What's hilarious,
attacking?
Nick? What's hilarious is Hamas and Israel have agreed to ceasefires, and Israel has always broken them first, not Hamas. Hamas has not broken the ceasefires, Nick. Israel has. You fucking joke.
Again, I'm not talking
Nick,
about them not attacking.
I just need to know how it
I'm
feels
not
to be a
talking
joke.
about them not attacking.
I need to know how it feels to be a joke. I need to. It's like I've
what
never
would happen if
experienced this,
Israel got rid of the
so
Iron Dome and stopped
I need to
defending
know what it's
themselves?
like
What
to
would
be a joke.
happen?
I need defending yourself.
What would happen if Israel
and genociding people are two different things, Nick.
What would happen
Defending
if Israel
yourself from
surrendered?
threats and forcibly killing a bunch of people and blowing up every building in a fucking what is Gaza, like a fucking 14 square mile area? How big is Gaza? I don't
What would
fucking remember.
happen if Israel surrendered? What would happen?
141 square miles. I was off by one. What?
What would happen if Israel surrendered?
If they surrendered,
if they said we're not fighting anymore, we're getting rid of the Iron Dome, we're done. What would happen if Israel surrendered?
The fact that you're okay, so Nick, what you're doing right now is you're misconflating two questions, and it's truly embarrassing. And it's how Zionism rots the fucking brain.
And what would happen if they stopped?
Nick, shut up.
If they
let me
stopped,
explain
they
to
would
you what
get
you're
killed.
doing.
Every
Shut
single
up,
one of
Nick,
them.
Shut up and let me explain what you're doing. Okay?
You're
there are
not
two
answering
different
my
questions in
question.
here.
Again.
There are two. Nick, I'm gonna have to mute you. If you want an answer, shut the fuck up. That's how this works.
Let me finish my question.
Muted. You already asked the question. What would happen if Israel stopped fighting and took down the Iron Dome? Two things, Nick. One, Israel having the Iron Dome isn't an issue. If Israel wants a way to protect themselves from being bombed, whoop-de fucking ding dong doodle. The issue is when they engage in an assault on another area, you fucking clown. Assaulting another area is not protecting yourselves. It's being the invader. It's being the aggressor. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about. You sound like a fucking hack. And you moved on to this conversation because you thought, well, he knows too much about Iran. I bet I know more about fucking Israel than he does. And you didn't. Fuck off. Goodbye. God damn, bro. Dumbass motherfuckers today. I don't even like talking about fucking the genocide. I don't like debating it because there's nothing to fucking debate. It is a genocide. Period. End of discussion. How are you pro-LGBT and pro-Hamas? Shut your bitch ass up. So fucking stupid. I can't do stupidity today. So if you're going to ask a dumbass question like that, Mary, shut up. So fucking stupid, dude. Anyway. Not you. There's multiple Marys in the chat. The Mary that I was literally responding to. I read their whole comment. How can you want people not to be genocided if there's gay people? That's how dumb that sounds. Anyway, a lot of people are calling in. Hey, Billy, do you mind? Do you mind if I drop you down, Billy? We just have a lot of callers, and they're debate ones, so I want to focus on the debate calls, and then we can always reconnect on the topic you want to talk about. All right, coming up next is Ritvik, who's calling from India to talk about the Iran war being unjustified. Ritvik, if you can hear me, please provide me with your age and pronouns.
Hey, you can hear me?
Yep.
Yeah, I live in Glendale, California, and I'm soon to be 19 years old.
You're in California. You told the call-in screeners you were from India. You're from California.
No, I'm half Indian, man. I'm half white, half Indian. That's how.
Well, that was what I was asking. I'm asking where are you currently located?
Glendale, California.
Interesting. That's interesting because your
mate.
thing says from India.
Wait, really?
Yeah. Are you like quite literally?
Anyway, good morning, man.
What?
Good morning. It's like this morning in Glendale, right?
Ritvik, what are your pronouns?
Anyway, I'm a guy.
So answer the question.
Yeah, like he.
There we go.
Okay.
Why do you have so much background noise?
Yeah, it's nothing, mate.
What time is it right now in Glendale, California? What's the exact time? Quick.
It's like
Quick.
16 past 11 in the morning.
16 past 11.
Yeah.
That's not true.
But sorry, man. It's like 21 past 11.
Mm.
Anyway, can we get to the discussion?
Sure. You want to tell me why you think the Iran war is justified?
I think that it's not basically justified. But yeah, there needs to be a regime change. Is that what I'm asking?
What? If it's not justified, then I don't know where. If you agree with me, it's not justified. I don't know where you're calling in.
Listen to me, man. I'm talking about like the war doesn't need to be happen specifically, but the regime does need to change.
Cool. I don't disagree that the Ayatollah shouldn't be in charge. That's not what I'm asking.
Yes, that's the first thing, and first of all, the conflict started in 1992 by Iran, specifically the Islamic regime that bombed Israel's embassy in Buenos Aires.
Homie.
Sorry?
Is this if you agree with me that the war is unjustified, there's nothing for us to talk about.
No, I'm just talking about the regime change, man, because
there's been no regime change. This war was not for a regime change. The regime is still in charge.
I know. Can I say something? I disagree with Trump, yeah. I disagree with Israel as well.
But we don't disagree.
God damn it. Okay, so about your point, you also made that there's a genocide that's happening in Gaza Strip, right?
What about it?
So I think that it's not specifically a genocide, but yeah, people are struggling there.
Next up is Nick calling from Tennessee to talk about systemic racism and white privilege being real. Nick, if you can hear me, please provide me with your age and pronouns.
Sure can. I'm 33 and I'm a guy. I'm a man, he.
Great. Okay. Nick, I believe systemic racism and white privilege exist. I believe there's clear-cut evidence of this and the disparities that exist within all systems between races. Do you disagree? And if so, why?
I mean, I do agree. I do disagree on white privilege, brown privilege, whatever kind of privilege it may be if you're a United States citizen. Because, I mean, there's nothing that you can't do that I can't do if we put our mind to it and put in the work to get to the point we want to be at. Am I right or wrong?
And yes, you are wrong. Yeah.
How am I wrong? How could you not do any job in the country if you go to school, do everything you have to do to learn about it, and apply for the job?
Because there are barriers placed in front of people that some people can't overcome.
Like what? What's your barriers?
I never said I had a barrier. I'm saying there are barriers that are placed in front of some
then
people.
Then what barrier? What barrier is that? I would like to know about that one.
We can
What
look at
barrier,
a
please?
litany of them. So we can look at the education system. Some people have barriers in education. Some people go to schools in which they have classrooms with one teacher trying to teach 30 plus kids, right? They're not able
Yep.
to get the individual attention they need to succeed in school, and therefore they fail out into the system. That's a barrier.
Okay, I understand. I understand that, but at the same time, you could make little changes here or there and eventually get further in life, right? You
Little
could graduate
changes
from
like
a high
what?
school that necessarily wasn't the greatest. You didn't get the greatest schooling. You didn't get all
Little
the attention.
changes like what?
But you put in enough work. You put in enough work. You graduate. You get a small degree in a college. Go somewhere else. Take the next step. Put in the work there. Somebody will recognize that eventually. You put in enough time, enough effort. You can continue to grow. You don't have to be stopped because you didn't have enough help.
You just think everybody can pull themselves up by their bootstraps. You think all
If
poor
they
you think
want
all poor
themselves to be.
people you think all poor people want to be poor?
No, I don't want to be poor.
Why are you poor?
I didn't say that. Why am I poor? Because I haven't put in a whole shitload of work like I should have done.
So you're poor because you didn't do anything to not be poor. It's your own fault.
Who else's fault would it be?
What could you have done differently?
Could have went to more schooling. Could have took other
How?
classes.
How?
How? I could have went to college.
You could afford college? I thought you were poor.
I could have got grants. I could have worked. How
You
many
could have
people in
gotten
this country have
grants.
paid for their own college?
You could have gotten grants. Most people don't get scholarship help with college. The majority of people pay for college via loans.
Okay. Well, then they do that. Maybe they're
So
in
you could
debt,
have
but there's nothing that blocks someone, right?
So then they would be in debt.
So are you just saying
How
that?
do they get out of debt?
Well, you're saying work to get out of debt the same
How
way
so?
you get work to get out of anything else. You make
How
a
do you work
check,
to get
you
out of
start
debt?
cutting back, you don't eat out. You don't eat out
don't
all the
eat out.
time. You don't spend money on things you don't necessarily need
Oh, you don't
every
spend money
day. You
on
don't
things.
go shopping all the time.
You don't go
You
shopping
cut
all the
back.
time. What's the average?
Yeah, you don't
what's
buy
like
that
let-
shirt
like
that you've
where
seen.
do you you're in Tennessee. What county are you in Tennessee?
I'm very close to Knoxville, Tennessee.
All right. What's the average income in Knoxville, Tennessee?
I have no idea, but where I'm at is about $28,000.
Okay, so the average income in your area is $28,000 a year.
Yep. Yep.
Okay. How do you cut back on $28,000 a year?
But you don't live above your means. You don't get a fancy car. You don't go get a loan for a car, right?
Okay, let's just
That
do
you
some
can't
math
afford. And
here.
you have to make payments and insurance.
Let's do some
Want to
quick
stick to
math
math?
here.
We'll stick about that. Let's do quick math
let's
here.
do some let's do
Okay,
some quick
so
math. So we got $28,000 a year. Let's divide that by 12 and see how much you're getting a month. This will be we'll just say this is your after tax amount.
that's like
So that's divided by 12. That's going to be $2,300 a month. What's the average rent for a one-bedroom apartment where you live?
we don't have apartments. We just have houses. Any apartments here is all government subsidized stuff.
Okay, what's the
So
average
it would be
rent
just a house.
in whatever area? What's the average rent for a house?
$400 a month.
So
$400 bucks.
the average rent where you live is
$400.
$400.
$400.
And what area is that so I can confirm? Because I don't believe that at all.
Campbell County, Tennessee. Go
Say
ahead.
that
Campbell
again?
County, Tennessee. Check it out, buddy.
Camel County?
Campbell County,
Campbell County.
Tennessee. 37714.
Okay,
Or
let's
37757
check
Jack
out.
Roll.
Let's go check out Trulia for rents in Campbell County, Tennessee.
Check it out.
Let's go
Yep.
see what we got.
Find an
Houses
apartment
for
or
rent
a household.
in Campbell County.
Yep.
Well, that's interesting
You
because
said an
here
apartment.
I
though.
am.
You
here
said
I
an
am
apartment, though.
looking.
Hey,
You
you
said
said
they
an
only have
apartment.
houses.
Don't switch it up to houses
You
now.
said they
But
only
you
have
said
houses.
apartment.
Okay, let's
But
go check
you said apartment.
apartments
If you
then.
wanted a house number, then check
Okay,
that out.
studios are $775 a month. Here's a one-bedroom
Okay, so
apartment
still
for
$775.
$1,000. Here's a two-bedroom for $1,000. Two-bedroom $13,000. So nowhere near $400.
Okay, so look,
Here's
let's
an
just say it's
efficiency
1,000.
for
That's 12,000,
$695.
right?
Okay, let's say $1,000. So
695. There you go. There's one for
we've lost-
695, right?
No problem. We've lost $1,000 a month. So now all we have left is
Okay.
$1,300 a month left. How much is a car payment? How much is the average car payment in the U.S.?
I have no idea. I never
people need
did a car
cars.
payment. I just buy them. I buy them straight up. I save enough money and buy it. That way I don't have that bill every month recurring.
You save up and buy it. Okay, well, right now you don't have a car.
Yes.
So what are you doing? What is
Me?
this person
Yes,
going to do?
I have a car.
No, the fictional person we're doing right now. They don't have a car. What do they do?
They rely on a friend to get them back and forth, or do what they can to save them money here and there. Is what they do.
They rely on a friend.
They ride
to
a
get them
bike.
back and forth.
They buy a cheap
How
motorcycle.
about we be realistic? They get a car, most likely. Let's be realistic. The average car payment is typically around $500, but let's just say they get a really good deal. Let's say they have good credit, they get a good deal. Probably not if they have student loans, but let's just say $300 a month is their car payment. So now they're left with $1,000 a month in spending cash after that. How much is their electric bill?
Well, apartments around here, mostly it's all included.
Well, that's interesting. All of these apartments on Zillow, it's not included, so kind of crazy.
I don't know anybody that I've ever met that lives here that uses Zillow to get an apartment. You just go talk to whoever owns the building.
I hate to break it to you, tons of people
And then you
use
cut
Zillow.
out a middleman having to pay Zillow money.
Tons of people, but let's just go with the average electric bill in the U.S.
We don't do realtors
$100
around
right
here.
now. It's about $100 right now. So
Okay, so we don't do realtors. So that'll cut off another
$900 after
5%.
taking out the $100 electric bill. You're gonna have to pay for water.
Okay.
Let's say $50 for water. Let's just be conservative and say it's $50 for water. Now they have $850 left.
There you
They need car insurance. It's gonna be about $100 a month. So now they have $750 left.
Okay.
Let's
Okay.
so they have car insurance. They obviously need a phone. Let's say they get the cheapest phone plan, right? And let's say they're paying $30 a month for a phone, right? Let's just say they get the cheapest phone that they can. So they're sitting at about $720 left. This is all pre-tax, by the way.
Okay.
Right? This isn't accounting the taxes that are taken out. They need health insurance, right? They need health insurance. They need some kind of
No,
insurance.
you can get that through your job. You get that
Yes,
through the
but
job you work at.
you know, when you get it through your job, you still have to pay for it, friend. You still pay
Yep,
for it. It
$30
comes
a
out of
month.
your check. Well, if you
Comes straight out of your check.
if you have a good job, if you're making $28,000 a year, you don't have a good job with good health insurance. Let's just keep it $150.
I had fantastic I had fantastic insurance.
I doubt it.
My insurance was great. I even had Teladoc where I could just call them, didn't have to go in an office and pay a copay.
Everybody has telehealth. That's not a flex.
Well,
What's your
I'm just saying, dude, I didn't have to
deductible?
pay
What's
for
your
the visit in
deductible?
front.
What is your deductible?
I don't know, dude. I didn't get sick and I didn't get hurt.
You don't even know what your deductible
I don't know,
is.
man.
You don't even know what your deductible is.
No, I didn't go to the doctor much, man. I didn't get sick.
So let's just say $50 a month off your paycheck for your health insurance. Actually, it's $50 a paycheck, so it'd be $100 a month. So that puts us at $620 left.
Leftover.
We have not accounted gas. We've not accounted groceries. We've not accounted any sort of entertainment. We've not accounted.
Okay, so
we've
we're
not
down to
accounted
600,
any
right?
of these. We're down to $620
So we're
a month.
down to 600, right? And we haven't
pre-tax
calculated gas
money.
or food, right?
This is pre-tax money.
Okay, listen to me. We got 600, right? We haven't calculated for gas, and we haven't done food, right?
Uh-huh.
You could realistically survive off of, I don't know, what, $100 a month by yourself, eating as cheaply as possible, cooking all your own meals. You're not going to be eating gourmet. You're not going to be eating great,
We
right?
haven't accounted
Okay.
for taxes or other utilities. We've done
Okay,
electricity
then
and
we'll throw
water.
another.
We haven't done
Proposal.
garbage collection. We haven't done all the litany
We don't
of
do
other things
garbage
you have to
collection. We
pay
take
for.
our shit to the dump, dude. We take our stuff to the dump ourselves. We don't do garbage collection.
You do the garbage collection. Shut up.
We take it to the dump for
I
free
promise you.
on the way
you.
to the store.
I promise you.
We don't pay the
You
dump.
have I promise you have fucking garbage people. What kind of stupid
Yeah,
shit
but
is
I
that?
don't pay no garbage person.
What kind
I
of
take
stupid
my
shit
stuff
is
to the dump myself.
What kind of dumb shit? Like, you're just lying now. What's the point of this experiment if you're just going to lie?
I'm not. This isn't an experiment. This is my real life. I've never paid a garbage man in my entire life of being on this planet, my man.
You're just lying.
I'm not. What? No, I'm not. You have no idea because you don't live where I live.
I promise
so
you.
Don't try to tell me what I do here. No, I'm not.
I promise.
I'm not lying. Why would I call and lie to you? What is that going to gain me? What is that going to help me gain anything?
I don't know what it gains you, but it's what you're doing.
No, tell me then. No, if I got to lie to you, what's it going to help me out with? Nothing. Zero. I have nothing to lie to about. Why? I just come to debate you and be honest as I can be.
Campbell
I don't
County
have a thing.
literally has a sanitation department that literally picks up trash. Do you not know your schedule?
But we don't have to do that. We can take it ourselves.
I can tell you what your schedule is.
I take it to the 2 dumps.
There's
a dump right by my house.
They're right there. They start
I don't
Monday, Wednesday, and Friday,
pickup.
7:30. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday.
I don't pay for a trash pickup service. What don't you understand about that?
This is just embarrassing.
I've never paid for a trash pickup service.
Sure you haven't.
So you're
fucking stupid shit, dog. So stupid. What is today? Today is so stupid. What the fuck is going on, bro? I've never heard of a dump charging for free. They could. All of the dumps in my area charge you. Not a lot, but they still charge you. But what kind of dumb shit, dude? Oh my god. Dude, what the fuck is today? Every call is so stupid. Here's what you do. You just fill your car up with trash every time you need to do a run. Anyway, next caller. Coming up next is Olivia. Olivia is calling in to talk about topic number 4, capitalism failing. Olivia, you are way too loud. Are you driving? What the fuck?
I'm outside at the moment, but I'm going back. Sorry.
I can't hear a word you're saying. What the fuck?
Yes, I'm sorry.
I don't know what you call it. This is actually insane right now.
But I'd love to argue with you.
Uh-huh. We can't do anything because right now you're... Oh, yeah. Olivia, you're the same Olivia who said that fucking poor people weren't smart. That's you, right?
No, I said that geniuses have a better opportunity
No, you didn't.
in capitalism.
No, you didn't. You specifically said poor. You specifically said there were no poor geniuses. That's what you said specifically. I can pull back the tape if I need to.
No, maybe I misspoke. I overgeneralized.
Oh, you just misspoke? There's no poor geniuses was just a misspeak, Olivia?
That was my opinion at the moment in the heat of a conversation.
It was a misspeak to say there's no poor geniuses. Goodbye. I'm not dealing with that fucking noise, and fuck you. What the fuck? Bro, I'm losing it today. What is going on? The fuck out of here. Oh, I just misspoke. No, you fucking didn't.
not needed.
What about all the geniuses? What about all the geniuses that are not incentivized to work because under capitalism they're stuck in lower class, or they're slaves over in fucking the
There's
Congo
no genius
mining
in
our
the lower
fucking
class.
cobalt?
There's not a
Yes,
You're
genius in the lower class.
that was such a misspeak, Olivia. That was such a misspeak right there. I guess that's just a misspeak. Wow. Fuck off. How does Jovan have her seat so readily? Because I know what I was looking for. I remembered Olivia. The minute I saw her name, I remembered who she was. Ugh. There's no fucking shot this is the next call. Dude, there's no fucking shot, bro. What am I doing to myself today? What am I doing to myself today? This is for entertainment. What am I doing? There's no way. There's no way. This has to be a fucking... I have to be getting punked today. Coming up next is Rob from Florida to tell me that systemic racism can't be real because you can marry white people. Are we being for real right now? Rob, what's your pronouns?
I'm being for real. I'm a man.
That's not what I asked you.
Yeah, pronouns. Him. He,
There we
him.
go. There we go. And how old are you?
40.
And at your big age of 40, you think systemic racism can't be real because there's interracial marriage.
Absolutely.
Is
If
this
systemic
for...
racism
Like,
is
are
real,
we...
how can... Yeah.
Are we dead ass
How
right
can a white woman marry a black man?
now? Are we dead ass right now?
Yeah.
So we're just trolling is what we're doing today.
How you trolling? Well, you don't want to answer the question.
I'm trolling because I don't want to answer the question. It's a dumb question.
I mean, like, how's it a dumb question?
Rob, do black people tend to get harsher sentences when convicted of crimes in the United States?
Nope. Same
No,
punishment.
they don't?
Same crime.
Same punishment?
Women tend
You
to
sure
get
about
harsher.
that? Are you sure about
Women
that?
tend to get
How much do you want to bet me on
lower
that one?
sentences. I'm positive.
$20?
I bet you $1,000.
$1,000. You are confirming to me right now that you're betting $1,000.
Yeah, go ahead, dude.
I just want the confirmation that you will give me $1,000.
Same type of money, same punishment, same crime.
Great. The U.S. Sentencing Commission, that's ussc.gov, put out a report
What
in
year?
which they found between 2017 and 2021, black males received sentences of 13.4% longer, even when accounting for first-time offenses and same type of crimes. My Cash App and Venmo are on screen. I'd love to get the $1,000 now.
That's not even true.
My Cash App and Venmo are on screen. I'd love to get the $1,000 now.
You get the money. So anyways, so systemic
we are not moving
racism
forward in this
not
conversation
there.
until I receive my $1,000.
Yeah. Oh, I guess we're not moving forward then because you don't want to answer the question.
Oh, because you were a lying piece of shit. That's why. Because you lied. Because you said, no, I'll pay up. And then I pulled you up the source that proves you're wrong and you don't want to pay up, do you? Wow. So that's how you
never
work
even
in
answered
life.
the question.
That's how you work in
Oh
life.
my
You just
God,
lie.
this is
You
how
just
people
lie in
do it.
life. Rob, that's what you do?
So can black
just
people
lie?
marry white people?
You just lie, Rob, is what you do.
Oh my God.
Is that how
Can
you
black
do it?
people marry white people?
So what you do is you lie.
In
I just want
America.
to confirm, Rob, that you lie.
I don't know, man.
that you did a lie. You said you would pay up, and now you're not paying up.
How is systemic racism real if we can interracial marry?
So you lied.
Yeah. How is systemic racism real if we can interracial
Rob, I've already
marry?
said we're not moving
How is
forward
this
with this
possible?
conversation until you pay up. We're moving nowhere. The needle is moving nowhere. Either pay up, or that's the end of the debate.
Why Democrats like this?
Because you
I guess that's in a debate,
lied.
then. You
Because
can't
you
answer
lied,
the question that systemic
Because
that you
you
can
lied.
marry interracial marry.
Because you lied. That's why we're not moving forward. Not
So
because I
that's
can't answer a question. Not because I can't answer a question.
Because you don't want
not
to.
Because not because I
know
can't
you don't
answer a
want
question.
to. It's hard
not,
to answer
nope,
because
nope, muted. We're not moving forward because I can't answer a question. We're not moving forward because you made a bet with me that you confirmed and you lied, and now you're going back on the bet because you're a coward. That's why we're not moving forward. Not because of any other reason. It's because you, Rob, are a coward who cannot own up to the fact that he was wrong. So interesting how cowards like you work. It's just so interesting, Rob. Personally, I don't like to be a coward. When I make a bet, I pay my dues. You don't. So interesting. So I'm going to unmute you again. Are you going to pay up? A simple yes or no.
I didn't realize I was muted.
There's the beep. You were unmuted. Yes or no, are you going to pay your debt?
No, I'm not going to pay up.
Then
You
goodbye.
didn't answer the question.
Thanks for playing. You lost. See ya. Just again, in case anybody wonders, the U.S. Sentencing Commission put out that report. They found that even when you control for variables like criminal history, offense type, violence, weapon possession, education, citizenship, and other factors, then the disproportionate sentencing still exists. And then they updated that report in 2023. Like the original report was in 2017. They did another report in 2023 and found that it was still the same. It still existed. I don't know why y'all test me like I don't know the shit I'm talking about. Like, it's truly unbelievable that these motherfuckers can't fucking pull their heads out of their own asses. Like, truly. I don't know why they test me on this shit. Like, I don't have the information. Explain why the gas average was 360 when Biden was in office, because Trump struck a deal with OPEC at the end of his term that OPEC would fucking artificially inflate the price of gas by stopping production by, what was it, 12 million barrels? They cut back production? You guys are fucking stupid. Like, you're so dumb. You're such idiots. Anyway, we have one more call. And then I'm fucking ending today because I'm losing my goddamn mind. Coming up next is Adam from Alabama calling about topic number 3, gender affirming care for minors. Adam, if you can hear me, what's your age and pronouns?
What's my pronouns? I identify as always correct.
Ha 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 ha. Whoa, that joke was so funny 6 years ago. What are your pronouns, Adam?
Always correct.
Adam, I'm gonna keep asking until you actually answer the question. So what are your pronouns, Adam?
What are yours, fat boy? Chunky cheese?
You know, Adam, oftentimes I wonder
Mine
if
are
I've
male. Mine is
encountered...
male. I'm a male.
I don't care. I'm muting you. Oftentimes I wonder if I've encountered the cream of the crop of stupidity. I wonder this. Like, I sit here in my office, in my home, and I just go, God, have I talked to, like, the stupidest person today? And every time I have that thought, every time it creeps into my head, every time I sit here for more than 5 minutes, some caller proves me wrong. Today, you were the caller, Adam. You were the caller that proved me wrong. So congratulations. You're the first person to prove me wrong today. I had thought I spoke to the dumbest person, and then you called. So you're the only person that's gotten one up on me today. So congratulations. Take that with stride. I'm sure it's the biggest accomplishment of your life. I'm sure when you're on your deathbed, you will remember this moment because nothing else in your life is as special as proving that you were the dumbest person to call into stream today. I hope you put this on every progress report that's ever come home from school. Just, dear mom and dad, I was the dumbest caller on stream today, because maybe then your life would have some semblance of like actual meaning to society. Maybe then, maybe if that was the way we did it, you would actually have purpose in this dark, dreary world. Just maybe. I'm going to ask again, Adam, one final time. There's the beep. The beep means you're unmuted. What are your pronouns?
Male.
Couldn't even pass the test a second time, and this time it was open book. Goodbye, Adam. I'm done. Calling line is closed. Fucking Christ, dude. Well, like, what is there to say? What is there to even say? What is, like... Like, what is... Oh my God, dude. Like, how do we even, like... Come on now. Anyway... That was stream. That was stream. Were there any super chats I missed? Yes, there were. Kazium said he must have rented those brain cells out to the last caller for $400 a month. True. Liquidy Shit said today is dumb. Get back to bed and start again. No, true. Art Benjamin said Jovan's official dumb day. Dead ass. Kazium said bro just said add in the realtor on the rental. Art Benjamin said this is for having to do with this bullshit. Natalie said, I'm published in the area of genocide. I'm doing my MA in the sociology of genocide, so I have the authority to claim this. Nick is smooth brain. True. Jumarler, I don't know how to pronounce that, but thank you for the super chats that love your streams. Thank you. Lucia said, wish I was punking you, but our friend Carl really isn't stupid. True. Katie Ironfist said, I don't have enough to boot Carl, but he definitely deserves it. True. Joe White said, I want Jovan brand beta blockers. Real. Edward Pando said, I live in the suburbs. There is indeed both crack and cocaine here. True. Chase Firth said, only caught the end of today. Oof, Jovan, good job. Today was insane. Anyway, that's all stream. That's all the stream. You'll see me tomorrow specifically for the gauntlet. So tomorrow we get a little bit of a break stream wise. So W us tomorrow for getting a little break. I'm going to go chill and relax because this was fucking insane. Is Takis live right now? I can redirect to Takis if they're live right now. Are they live right now? They're upcoming. Well, let's go to the upcoming. They're live in like 5 minutes. We'll go to Takis. Tomorrow streams at 2 p.m. EST. Yeah, I'm gonna go have lunch and relax. What a fucking insane day. Ugh. Fucking tired. Anyway. TTFN.